what it takes to round the mic right. Still watch what you say out your mouth, cause 50 shots still turn the gun down.
I'm Mr. Hood when I'm traveling. Hood when I'm traveling. Hood when I'm traveling. Hood when I'm traveling. Get that when I'm traveling. Six pack wood when I'm traveling. Hood when I'm traveling. Hood when I'm traveling. Hood when I'm traveling. Hood when I'm traveling. Get that when I'm traveling. Six pack wood when I'm traveling.
Speaking a place where young free, and I got what it takes to round the mic right. Speaking a place where young free, and I got what it takes to round the mic right. Speaking a place where young free, and I got what it takes to round the mic right. Still watch what you say out your mouth, cause 50 shots still turn the gun out.
I'm Mr. Hood when I'm traveling. Hood when I'm traveling. Hood when I'm traveling. Hood when I'm traveling. Get that when I'm traveling. Six pack wood when I'm traveling. Hood when I'm traveling. Hood when I'm traveling. Hood when I'm traveling. Hood when I'm traveling. Get that when I'm traveling. Six pack wood when I'm traveling. Hood when I'm traveling. Hood when I'm traveling. Hood when I'm traveling. Get that when I'm traveling. Six pack wood when I'm traveling. Hood when I'm traveling. Hood when I'm traveling. Hood when I'm traveling. Hood when I'm traveling. Get that when I'm traveling. Six pack wood when I'm traveling.
Speaking a place where young free, and I got what it takes to round the mic right. Speaking a place where young free, and I got what it takes to round the mic right. Speaking a place where young free, and I got what it takes to round the mic right. Still watch what you say out your mouth, cause 50 shots still turn the gun out.
I'm Mr. Hood when I'm traveling. Hood when I'm traveling. Hood when I'm traveling. Hood when I'm traveling. Get that when I'm traveling. Six pack wood when I'm traveling. Hood when I'm traveling. Hood when I'm traveling. Hood when I'm traveling. Hood when I'm traveling. Get that when I'm traveling. Six pack wood when I'm traveling.
Speaking a place where young free, and I got what it takes to round the mic right. Speaking a place where young free, and I got what it takes to round the mic right. Speaking a place where young free, and I got what it takes to round the mic right. Still watch what you say out your mouth, cause 50 shots still turn the gun down.
I'm Mr. Hood when I'm traveling. Hood when I'm traveling. Hood when I'm traveling. Hood when I'm traveling. Get that when I'm traveling. Six pack wood when I'm traveling. Hood when I'm traveling. Hood when I'm traveling. Hood when I'm traveling. Hood when I'm traveling. Get that when I'm traveling. Six pack wood when I'm traveling.
Speaking a place where young free, and I got what it takes to round the mic right. Speaking a place where young free, and I got what it takes to round the mic right. Speaking a place where young free, and I got what it takes to round the mic right. Still watch what you say out your mouth, cause 50 shots still turn the gun out.
I'm Mr. Hood when I'm traveling. Hood when I'm traveling. When I'm traveling, get that when I'm traveling. Six pack one when I'm traveling. When I'm traveling. When I'm traveling. When I'm traveling. When I'm traveling, get that when I'm traveling. Six pack one when I'm traveling. When I'm traveling. When I'm traveling. When I'm traveling, get that when I'm traveling. Six pack one when I'm traveling. When I'm traveling.
Probably gonna start a fight. I know this can't be right. Hey, baby, come on. I loved you endlessly, and you weren't there for me. So now it's time to leave. Can't make it alone. I know that I can't take no more. It ain't no lie. I wanna see you out that door, baby. Bye, bye, bye. I don't wanna be a fool for you. Just another player in your game, too. You may hate me, but it ain't no lie, baby. Bye, bye, bye. I don't really wanna make it tough. I just wanna tell you that I had enough. Might sound crazy, but it ain't no lie, baby. Bye, bye, bye. Just hit me with the truth now. Girl, you're more than welcome to. So give me one good reason, baby. Come on. I live for you and me. Now I really come to see that life would be much better once you're gone. I know that I can't take no more. It ain't no lie. I wanna see you out that door, baby. Bye, bye, bye. I don't wanna be a fool for you. Just another player in your game for two. You may hate me, but it ain't no lie, baby. Bye, bye, bye. I don't really wanna make it tough. I just wanna tell you that I had enough. It might sound crazy, but it ain't no lie, baby. Bye, bye, bye. Keeping up, I know for sure. I don't wanna be the reason for your love no more. Bye, bye. I'm trying, I'm signing off. I don't wanna be the loser and I've had enough. I don't wanna be your fool in this game for you. So I'm leaving you behind. Bye, bye, bye. Make it tough. Make it tough. Start a fight. I know this can't be right. Hey, baby, come on.
Stop the cap.
Run! It's a stampede! Jam the stamp.
The attributes of the man that I deserve is a communicative man, understanding, patient, spiritual, and a leader.
But I think I kind of want to ask, can women even handle the rejection if they had to approach men?
I did. I handled it pretty well because I got rejected in the end.
But if you are confident enough to go up to the man and approach him, then you should be confident enough to take the rejection. Yeah, so I definitely don't want to be rejected by no
Do
man.
women have game?
A lot of women actually do have game to the point where, because we don't put it out front and we don't let you know what we're doing, you don't see it.
Bro, do women have game?
Only certain women have game.
In states like Florida, Georgia, South Carolina, there can be successful all black communities around these racist ass white people.
Who's to say that the whites are racist in the first place? I don't think that you've experienced racism in your life.
If that's your opinion, we'll be able to be billionaires, have Maseratis, all this shit. I said that, right? What the fuck does that have to do with me really experiencing racism?
There's no woman on this earth more beautiful than a black woman.
Like, we come in different complexions, even our hair texture. I mean, like the bone structure, like that's just so like dope. Like, black people are just so dope. And we're like multifaceted. All the talents that we have, like nobody's better.
First, Tyler Perry can go eat a bag of them.
Women, don't miss your blessing because he makes less than you.
You wouldn't date no man that could only pay the light bill? Everything else is perfect. He can only pay the light bill. You wouldn't date no man like that? All the ladies? Love, Dana, Q, none of y'all?
No.
And they should.
How difficult is it dating modern women?
I'm not going to say it's difficult. And you can take it how you want. But I don't think I've never had a problem getting women. It's about just finding the one that's compatible to take it to that next level.
Do you have fuck nigga tendencies?
Absolutely. We all got them.
True or false? Your value is objective based on standards set by society. Intrinsic value only matters to you.
All right, so break that down. I'm a little slow.
Wow.
But if you know you dumb, then aren't you acknowledging that value isn't subjective?
But I'll say, for the most, I say no.
And I was going to say that y'all ladies also need to understand that when y'all ask us to believe you or be on your side, I usually say this on my panels, I was a simp. All right, I went to a HBCU. That's a simp indoctrination zone.
Those that went there and those of us that graduated.
Right, like, come
How
on.
did I disrespect HBCU?
You gotta
No, you have to explain.
Wait. So
how
you
did I
got a
disrespect
degree.
HBCU?
You went to an HBCU. You got a degree. Is that right?
Yes.
Okay.
In fact, I misspoke. Pretty much all colleges and universities are simp indoctrination zones because the women outnumber the men by at least 7-1.
So my thing is, with you feeling like you're not agreeable, is it because you haven't come across somebody that you can actually agree with that would be on the same page as you?
No, what I'm saying is I should be allowed to express my opinion.
So if he wanted to invest in something, which is like, say, a gamble, and it's your mortgage, would you agree with that?
That's why I said something that's not detrimental.
Oh, okay. So that would be detrimental. Okay.
Right. Could be missing a tooth. She'll smile at you. Even the lowest of the low whites.
Because she's high on meth. So let me ask you this question.
Hold on. Let me finish real quick. And this is another thing that white girls don't do. They don't cut me off.
We're on a podcast, and we're going to talk. So we're not going to gas.
Let him finish.
Let me finish.
I just wanted some clarity on a few things, love. And we having our picnic. Spring is here, so we're gonna make that happen.
Like I said, B, I'll get back to you.
I want answers.
Other outside is human. She turned up her location. She must think I'm stupid. She wanna run the street, so let her ho, let her ho, let her ho. She doesn't show signs of stopping. So who am I to be cock blocking? I really hate to see you go. Let her ho, let her ho, let her ho.
Direction, choose your own path.
Don't just wear anything. Wear garments that mean something. We got hats. We got sweatshirts. We got jackets. We even got hoodies. Let's not forget our classic tees. Direction, choose your own path.
The message is always in the cloth, the colors, the designs, the fit. Basically, pay attention, stay alert, and remember, choose your own path.
Direction, choose your own path.
You know, this is the home of We Major, Me Frosty, Unfamous, and the restricted clothing brands. Let's get it.
The message is always in the cloth, the colors, the designs, the fit. Basically, pay attention, stay alert, and remember, choose your own path.
Seeking a place where young free, and I got what it takes to rock the mic right up on the shoe. Seeking a place where young free, and I got what it takes to rock the mic right up on the shoe. Seeking a place where young free, and I got what it takes to rock the mic right up on the shoe. Watch what you say, I'm shit mouth, cause 50 shots still turn the gun down.
I'm Mr. Hood when I'm traveling. Hood when I'm traveling. Hood when I'm traveling.
Seeking a place where young free, and I got what it takes to rock the mic right up on the shoe. Seeking a place where young free, and I got what it takes to rock the mic right up on the shoe. Seeking a place where young free, and I got what it takes to rock the mic right up on the shoe. Watch what you say, I'm shit mouth, cause 50 shots still turn the gun down.
I'm Mr. Hood when I'm traveling. Hood when I'm traveling.
The stamp.
When I'm traveling.
This might be risky.
You want answers? I want the truth.
I did that.
Wow. What's poppin'? I was on mute. Yo. What's poppin'? Hey, y'all couldn't even hear me. What's good? Like, share, subscribe, tell a friend, man. Hit that like button right now if you can. It helps the channel the most. Yo, Matt, listen, bro. You can't tell me how he come in with this beat. Listen how he rocking this shit. Hold on. The rhythm that he's singing the song with. Come on, man. Look. Zagu is popping. This part right here.
I'm doing this tonight. You're probably gonna start a fight. I know this can't be right. Hey, baby, come on. I love doing this beat. You weren't there for me. So now it's time to leave. Can't make it alone. I know that I can't take no more. It ain't no lie. I don't wanna see you out that door, baby. Bye, bye, bye. Don't wanna be a fool for you. Just another player in the game too.
Yeah, the cadence. Come on, man. Matt hating. Stop hating, Matt. Matt, stop hating. Like, share, subscribe, tell a friend. Hit that like button right now if you can. That helps the channel the most. What's popping, man? We hit back. I'm making up all these days, bro. I don't care. T.O., I think he upgraded last night. Salute, my G. Prince Ty was popping, man. I ain't see you a couple days, man. Hope all is well. Tezzy, yeah, I was going to start a little early, but I was running around, and then I finished the workout with dog tired, so I ended up starting at the same time, you know? Hunting Wisdom was popping. My brother Darius, already, man. 5 memberships gifted. Girl, flip a dozen. Holla at your boy. You thought your cousin wasn't? Let's do it, man. I appreciate you. On the way to 1,000 memberships. Salute. Mel, what's popping? You already know. Appreciate you, my G. Impressed putting in work already. Indeed.
Shit like that.
Almanaz was good. JC, salute to you. He knows what's up, my brother, man. I miss you. I ain't seen you in a minute, man. We here though. Hope all is well. CC, happy Wednesday. Damn, it's Wednesday. I ain't used to this, but it's cool. I mean, what up, my brother? What's good? I see you. What's popping? Charles, salute. Harmonic, what's good? I don't think I saw you yesterday, man. Marcus, you already know, man. I got the list that you sent me too in terms of the who to get on, so I'm gonna work on it for sure. Hall of Fame James was popping. What's goody? TN, I ain't see you yesterday. Hope all is well. Asia, salute. Become a member. The lowest membership is 99 cents. Speaking of memberships, for the fight, you have to get the highest membership we got. It's gonna be a members only stream. It'll be live. We'll stream before the fight. During, after, obviously, that's gonna be dope. Mai was popping. I ain't see you yesterday or Monday. Salute. Hope all is well. Mr. JTK in the building. Darius, what's good? Hurricane, what up though? Hope all is well. Melly Mel, what's popping? You getting old, Playboy? T, good shit last night, man. Impress on it. This might be rocking. Bub was good. I like it. Yeah, man, you already know, man. Hold on, where's my belt? Oh, they said it's not my belt, but it's the belt. You know what I'm saying? They said I gotta earn it, but I got possession of it right now. Hit the like button, man. Hit the like. Yo, I was just rocking too. Damn, Lex was popping. Yo, I hate when that happens, Ty. I'll be acting like I'd be looking like it's my shit, but it'd be the person who actually running it. So that was on me, man. Zagu was popping. Zagu ready to rock, man. I've been reposting him training. You know he getting it popping, man. Salute to that jump rope, boy. I'm telling you. Chuck, what up? Robert with the $2. Give me some money. Yeah, man. I'm a little bit shit, man. That storm was expensive, but I got you when I get back up for sure. Miss Jilly was popping. Lauren, chill, man. Hate in the house, you know what I mean? That goo getting it in, man, for sure. Let me see. Cali, what's up? Rock, what's good? Yeah, that 808. That's Mexican OT. The song he got with what's the boy name? Not Yo Gotti? What's the other one? I forget his name. VZ was popping. Yeah, another one, man. Y'all missed too many days. Devin, what's up, my brother? We in here. Travel One, what's up? Yeah, Chris, what's goody? Yeah, man. See, I'm seeing everybody. Davey, Panda the like button. Vet, what's good? What's popping? Hope all is well. E-Dub in the billion. Danielle in the billion. Danielle, salute, man. I think I seen you last night too, right? Yeah. Mr. Williams was popping. Let's get it. Like, share, subscribe, tell a friend and tell a friend. Hit that like button right now if you can. That helps the channel the most. You know, I'm not going to talk about the ladies for 2 days in a row. Well, no, we talked last night a little bit. But this is a topic I was mulling over, man. I think it's important. You know, there's a lot of talk about telling people how to get money, what to do, where to go, who to work for, not to work. The truth is, the overwhelming majority of us work for someone else. Yeah, I'll message you, Matt. You know, the overwhelming majority, was it 85% of people work for someone else, and there's absolutely nothing wrong with that. You know, the truth is, many a days, you wish as an entrepreneur you could work for someone else. This shit is inconvenient. It's convenient in terms of you can make a schedule. However, you are responsible for every single action that happens. If a sale goes wrong, even if you have salespeople, if people that provide the service, right, goes wrong, that's on you. The business, the taxes, the accounting, the administrative tasks, the printer paper, everything you have to account for. You know, so I own a moving business, right? That piece of tape, God damn it, you better use that tape down to the brim. But when it's not yours, they don't care. It's more convenient to get a new roll than to lose that last little bit, because what happens when you roll it out, you get paper and not tape at the end, and now you got to kind of start over. It messes up your flow. But listen, as the owner, I don't give a damn. I stopped the guys one day. I said, that tape costs $3. One of my guys got smart. I'll send you $3. Love C, what's up? I'll send you $3. Okay. You lose a roll of tape a day. We move 6 days a week times 52 weeks. Can you give me that money? Right? So if you go 3 times 6 is 18 times 52. Are you willing to just give me that money now? Since it's so frivolous that you think losing tape is okay because it's only $3. Right? So there's pros and cons of everything. But what you don't get as an entrepreneur is days off. Period. You don't get days off doing this shit. You don't go on vacation doing this shit. Right? Let me show you guys this. Let me see if I can find it really quick. Because this is what the life actually looks like. Let me see. Hold on. And this was funny, right? But this is the truth. And we've had back and forth. My wife, you know, as the kids get older, they notice. Let me see if I can find it real quick, because this will paint the picture in a bright light, but a light nonetheless. Yeah, here it goes. Like, share, subscribe, tell a friend and tell a friend. Hit that like button right now if you can. That helps the channel the most. So this right here is a video that my oldest daughter sent me, right? And this is what she said. Point of view, you go out with your dad, but he owns a company. Right? It's lighthearted, you know. The music playing. And so he gets a call every 5 minutes, right? And he ain't trying to do nothing wrong, right? She look, you know, she happy, she understands it, but everybody doesn't understand all the time. You know, it is not passive. Down south was good. It is not passive. You know, the income that you get from being an entrepreneur when you provide a service or a product, it is not passive. Largely, you know, you are always on. You are always doing something, right? Clients call. Hold on 1 second. Clients don't ever ask you if you're on vacation, right? They just want to understand how this got broken. Why did the price change? What is a binding estimate versus non-binding? All of a sudden, people don't understand English language, right? People remember what they want to remember. They look at us and say, how did this get scratched? Well, I have 40 pieces of furniture and 130 boxes, and we made it fit in one 26-foot truck that had to go from Texas to Kentucky. And those pieces, unfortunately, rubbed together. That's how it got scratched. Oftentimes, when the UPS truck pulls up, everything's in a box for a reason, right? But nobody's understanding of the process, right? The common sense leaves because we've been told for so long the customer is always right. The customer is not always right, but the customer is always the customer. That's for damn sure. When you provide a service, the phrase, and no shade to the ladies, it's just the old cliche, I know a guy, matters so much. Word of mouth referrals, any type of service that you provide, that word of mouth matters so much. So you have to do a lot of weighing. Okay, do I push back on this client? But what if they have a voice? So me pushing back on this client, not giving a courtesy discount, means what to the other 30 people they may speak to in the community, in the apartment building, the apartment complex, so on and so forth, right? So you always thinking, you always going. It is restless, right? You're restless when you care. So everybody want to start a business and be out here by themselves, but I'm telling you, it does not go how you think it's going to go. You know, at least when you have an employer, right? Oftentimes you have benefits. You know, even the level of your taxes is situated for you. You know, you have allocated vacation days, right? You get overtime, et cetera, right? So like, look at this, for instance, when we talk about overtime, my guys that go out, right? They work all day. Commercial work often happens at night. So if you guys notice this, if you ever worked in a commercial building, right? The cleaners come in very early in the morning or very late in the evening, right? Well, moves often happen after hours as well. So now I have to charge additional in the evening because I know my guys are going to get into overtime by Saturday, right? But a client, we move their house for them and they like, hey, my office needs to move. Well, why is the rate $10 more when you move my house? It wasn't, right? And so how do you eloquently explain I have to make sure I cover the overtime costs needed and necessary for us to move you in the evening, right? Logistics, how to get there and back with a 26-foot truck in the middle of the city, especially a city like DC, right? All these things. Why is there an upcharge for travel? Well, at 5 p.m., right? We can't park anywhere, so we have to park in a lot, which is going to cost us this amount, right? The traffic is super duper tight at this time, so I have to equate for that time or lose, you know. So I want to go through things that I don't know if people are thinking about, right? I hear so many times people say, hey, I have an LLC. What does that actually mean? Does that mean you have a business? Because sitting here right now, you are a business because you are taxable, right? You have a tax ID, also known as a social security, that you can use for any W-9. Right? Which means this, when I go to DJ, I have a DBA. That's doing business as, right? So I'm a sole proprietor with the DJing, and I have a DBA, DJ Hampton Stampede. But that's me, but it's a cooler name than my name, Hampton Watson, right? So I use that name, DBA, I put it on my W-9, and then but my social security is still there, and that's when I get, you know, to get the 1099 from them at the end of the year, the accruals of how much they pay me isn't taxed, but it's allocated to my social security number, right? But I have a DBA, DJ Hampton Stampede, but it's still tied to Hampton Watson because it's my social security number up there, right? So right now you can go start a business. You can go wash cars, clean. You could do moving, and you can use your social security number, right, to start that business. You can create a DBA to have a cooler name than your name, right? And you can market that DBA, doing business as. So it's Joe Schmo doing business as, you know, Tank Moving or something like that, right? So just understand, you having an LLC, that what the LLC does is something different, but you can start a business right now, okay? But this shit is not going to go how you think it's going to go. And I would argue that the overwhelming majority of us are not built for this shit. Ain't no sick days. Ain't no vacation days. And I look at and think through a lot of the complaining that be happening, and I wonder, could you get out here and get it on your own for real? Let me show you guys this. Like, share, subscribe, tell a friend, and tell a friend. Hit that like button right now if you can. That helps the channel the most. Now, let me be clear, right? I'm not the overwhelming authority on this. I just know what I know based on my experiences, you know. But talking with other entrepreneurs who've been outside for real, they can second this. Outlaw Frozen was good. Let me see. Let me read these couple of super chats. I got Robert of $10 says, when you are an entrepreneur, one of your biggest headaches is having employees or subcontractors who think like employees. You absolutely want people with an entrepreneurial mindset. I like this, Robert. I don't know if I agree, but I like it though. I think you need on your team thinkers, right? But you have to balance it. You need guys who are grunts and dogs, you know, and that's positive, you know, dog in the sense of they're going to go out and go get it. They'll be on time. They'll be at the job. They'll do the job. They go home. You know, they're not overthinking it, figuring out different ways. You know, hey, if we do X, Y, and Z, maybe that too much of that can be a bad thing. But to your point, you want to foster an environment to where people's opinions matter and can be implemented instantly. So if my guys say something like, Hampton, this is better than this, we should do this, and I assess it, I said, let's try it. So we'll literally try it the next day. And if it works better than what we've done previously, we'll put it into the law right then. We're going to do it like this from now on. Right. So the whoever's in charge has to understand that you got to be open to suggestions. Right. But at the same time, people they can't undermine your authority. So I understand what Robert's saying. It could be slightly slippery, but I think the pros outweigh the cons in terms of his concept here. So I understand that. Matt P with the $5 says, okay, I've worked for a moving company that moved warehouses. So you do that type of moves too? Just gain more respect for you, bro. That's hard work. Yeah, man. We've helped people relocate warehouses, but it's a lot more commercial, meaning offices and things of that nature. You know, offices, office building. Like for instance, if anybody ever is in Houston, we moved the soccer team. So their corporate offices, they move like right around the corner. Oftentimes commercial moving is in very close proximity, right? Because people are not moving in West Bubble because they got so many people that come to work. I forget their damn name. It slips my mind right now, you know? But we moved, what is the soccer team called in Houston? Somebody will know. So let me just show you guys this slide, right? Let's say you have an idea, right? And you want to bring it to fruition. The key is marketing for sure, right? You got to get people that want to buy your product. What happens is markets are often oversaturated. To give you, what's up, Shiesty? To give you an example, in Washington, D.C., there are so many black lawyers. However, the fact that there are so many black lawyers, the market is oversaturated with lawyers. And so just to paint the picture of oversaturation is simply this. If you made Kool-Aid, right? If you made Kool-Aid, FOE was popping. Melvin was good. If you make Kool-Aid, there's a point where that water cannot consume any more sugar. In which case, the sugar that's not able to break down, no matter how much you stir it, because there's now too much sugar in that water, even though you can't necessarily see it. The water, if you could stir with a blender, it will not break it down because no more sugar can fit in that water. It settles at the bottom because that water is now oversaturated with sugar. It can't blend anymore. So a lot of times people are starting businesses, and businesses often fail in the first 5 to 7 years because market research isn't done largely, right? How many hairdressers are in a 5-block radius? What do you do that stands out? You know, how do you differentiate yourself? If you discount your product, can you sustain that long term? Or will a discount to a product that is better than the rest allow people to get a trial on it for a subsidized rate, and then they'll also be willing to pay the retail rate once the sale goes away? Because if they're only using you because it's cheap, you have to reassess that. Yeah, Shiesty, I ain't gonna lie, I miss DC for sure. Right? So I just want people to understand, and I'm not really going down that road too much per se, but when you're starting something, right, do your market research. Right? Do your due diligence. What is due diligence? Because people always say that. The rule of 3 came from the federal government, but it's arbitrary. So what I mean by that is I go to clients, they say, I'm going to get 3 estimates. I ask them why. Well, I want to do some comparison of pricing. I said, okay. Do you know how many movers are in the Washington, D.C. area? Right? And I used to use this mostly when I was up in D.C. They say, no, not really. About 1,500 movers. If you go to Yelp right now, you'll find 1,500 movers. Really? Wow. Indeed. If you're trying to do your due diligence, by definition, you have to get half of what exists. So that means you have to get, what's the math on that? 750 estimates to do your due diligence. You're going to call 2 more random movers, just how you called me. But I pay for my ads, so I was at the top, so you click the link. You're going to click 2 more, right? You're going to look at the reviews. You're going to look that we have 4.8 stars. People usually don't dig in, right? And you're going to get a call, right? And depending on how they conduct themselves, you may make a decision. The pricing is going to fluctuate, right? So if you go to Tim Bob's Moving, right, and he pull up with a pickup truck, you know, or you can go to Atlas Van Lines, who have, you know, 153-foot trailers, right? They've been in business for 30 years. Have us where we have very high standards for ourselves. We fit the criteria. We're licensed and bonded, right? And I'm here right now. And if my price is palatable, because it won't be the cheapest, Tim Bob would be cheaper than me. Atlas may even be cheaper than me because they can wholesale you because they have so many trucks, so many drivers. They're going to put your stuff on their truck with 2 other customers. So, of course, they can charge you less because that trip is being paid for by 3 different clients. Right? So I said, but I'm here right now. My price will not be the cheapest, but it will be worth it. You know? So people just got to understand the things that are happening around them. You know? I sell what you would call a commodity. Yeah, Tim Bob will fuck your armoire up. I sell what you guys would call a commodity. What does that mean? Commodity is like toothpaste. You need it, you want it, right? But you're not partial necessarily, right? And I like to use the toothpaste analogy. We all have our favorite toothpaste, no question. But I doubt if you're at Giant, you're going to run the Target to get a toothpaste. You may very well just buy the next best toothpaste, right? and maybe buy a smaller one. So when it's out or when you make it back to the store, hopefully they have your the one you prefer. Right. So when you're selling a commodity, there's going to be a bunch of competition. Right. But how you sell it, what you do, how you market it, how consistent you are is how you can separate yourself. But there's 1,000 movers. There's 100 different toothpaste. There's 1,000 hairdressers and estheticians. Salute to my brother J Hub. Right. So you got to be very mindful. What are you doing? What makes you special? It may be nothing. So you just got to fight for your market share. So if there's 100 out there, you have to know how much you can actually work. You know, does it make sense to go to the other side of the city, or should you focus on this side and look at different facets of business that you can get into? You know? Yep. And Melvin, that's a great point. Yep. Market saturation, what I was talking about, supply versus demand, you know? And one thing I don't do is in the summertime, you guys know, people move a whole lot during the summer. I don't raise my rate. Like I generally have a solid rate that I keep consistent, because I think it's more integral, you know? Even when I DJ, like for weddings, they say party for 4 hours, it's a price. They motherfucker mention wedding, the price goes up 3 times. Now, I do raise it because how important the event is, and I may even use different equipment, plus they ask you to do a little bit more. You know what I'm saying? So because of that, the cost is different because the service changes, you know? But I don't hike it up astronomically because they say wedding. You know? We both understand the importance. So I'm going to get paid based on my worth, right? But I just tend not to do things like that. I like to be consistent because referrals matter in the things that I do. Real estate sucks, but it's an asset. Right now, my wife and I manage the properties that we have, and every day something happens, I'll be wanting to get a property management company, and it may be worth paying that 10%. You know? But yeah, man, that's what it's transparent pricing. That's good, Aaron. Right? So let's just look at this, you know, and you guys, I'm looking at what you guys saying. If you disagree, which I don't think so far, let's talk through it, man, because I think this is uberly important, you know? And will this be the action-packed arguing shit? Nah. But I think it'd be dope. You know, I think we as people, we come together every day. I see you guys, you know, 3 or 4 days a week. And I think we should talk about everything together so we can learn, you know? Like, share, subscribe, tell a friend to tell a friend. Hit that like button right now if you can. That helps the channel the most. This is the DBA and the LLC. So I went through the DBA, right? Essentially, it's a cooler name that you can operate under, but it's still attached to your specific social security number, right? So if anything happens while you're providing a service under your DBA, that's still you directly. So all your personal assets can be included and assessed if you were to get sued. Uncut was popping. You call me happy, golly, right? You have unlimited liability when you're doing business as a sole proprietor, which is Hampton Watson Moving or DBA, DJ Hampton Stampede Moving, right? But I put it as a doing business as. My liability to what happens while providing that service is unlimited. So if I get sued, now small claims court, for the most part, I think the threshold is 5,000. I think there's other states that have a max of 10,000 in small claims court. They can pursue me and say, hey, I need that car because I won the lawsuit. I need that car. That car is worth $8,000. Give me that car. And a judge can make that decision, right? You are not protected by anything. Okay. But people often get confused. They'll be like, I got an LLC. But I'm like, that means nothing except for you're mitigating risk of nothing, right? You had a business before because you can do business under your social security number. So now when you got the limited liability company, right? Limited liability company, right? You can have a single member LLC, which means you are the owner. And what it does is simply separate the business assets from your personal assets. It is a separate entity. It has its own social security number or tax ID or EIN, right? But I think that's layman terms. It has its own social security number, the LLC. So when Hulk Movers gets sued and I'm the owner, they're suing Hulk Movers, right? What people don't do, Amani, what's up? What people don't do a good job of is separating their monies, right? So they'll have the bank account for the business and they'll just spend directly from that business. They go on the Subway, they paying they mortgage with it right out of that account. You have to make sure that you pay yourself so that they can see that the business money is not your like direct, like you're using it just like as your funds. Because if they can prove that you just buying Subway, McDonald's, paying your rent, paying your electricity bill directly from your business account, they're going to say there is no differentiation between the business and the person because you're just using it willy-nilly. So you have to pay yourself. And I tell you what, we just what really helps us now is Zelle. All you have to do is Zelle yourself. Yep, co-mingling, right? Perfect. Thank you, Jay Schroeder. Zelle. Just Zelle yourself. Just Zelle yourself. That's it. Just Zelle yourself every month. You know, put 30% to the side every month just for taxes, right? And that's a high rate, 30%, but that's what I try to do as best I can, you know? Yeah, I mean, I would say Zelle. Just Zelle yourself. So, you know, you got your business account. I use Bank of America, and I Zelle, you know, Capital One. Yep. And Zelle is perfectly admissible. So if you have a bunch of Zelles consistently, you're good. It shows that you're paying yourself, you know? So it's easy, bro. I swear. Zelle made it so much easier, you know, because then you had to transfer funds and do ACHs. Now Zelle, boom, done. Yeah. Strada, that's good. I wasn't going to do too much into taxes, but I will say 30% is what I try to set aside for all my taxes. I recommend there's an account called Word, Lee. Good. We're proud of you. That's just the very, very first step, Lee, you know, getting the LLC. Make sure you get your tax ID or your EIN. You get that directly from the federal government website. It attaches to that LLC. Good to go. All right. Damn, what was I saying? Oh, just quickly on the taxes. Yeah, like I said, I recommend 30%. If you guys, so like Lee, as an example, Lily, if you guys heard of Lily, it's an online bank. Matt actually showed me SoFi. In terms of investment, that's something different. But Lily account, it does a lot of that for you. When you have expenses, you can say this is business, this is personal, this is business, this is personal, right? You literally just slide it and it tells you like what your tax savings will be. But also it has an emergency bucket that's automatic and it has a taxation bucket that's automatic. Yeah, and it's free. So when you'll set the taxation number, so I set mine at 30%, and you know when you set it, you forget it. So they pull that money out and put it in a savings account for all intents and purposes, right? So it can accrue interest, but also that 30% is gone and you never see it, you know? So that's what I recommend. I do it like that, you know? And I think there's other things, you know, I have different IRA and stuff, but that's, we could talk about that, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, so just remember your LLC, right? It separates you from the business. It limits your liability if things go awry, right? Also, businesses have different write-offs and things of that nature. But if you do have a sole proprietorship right now, and you have people wanting you to bake cakes for them, and you're accruing money, you need to track it. QuickBooks, I forget the QuickBooks. Is self-employed? You can do all that shit. QuickBooks self-employed. You know, you could do all of it. Track that money, man. You know, and after a certain threshold, you don't even get like it's minuscule, you know. But you know, track your money, because if you do have something legitimate, you qualify for write-offs too, right? There's a certain amount of square footage in your house that you can use as a tax write-off because that's your personal office bit, the business. My verbiage is messed up. I apologize. Right, but that's your home office. Yep, that's your home office. So you can still do it as a sole proprietor, no question. No question. Okay, but just remember, if you fuck something up, if you bake that cake and that nigga gets salmonella poisoning, and it's Cali Bev, you baking cakes for people, they could come get you. With the LLC, there's a separation. Now, the wall can be breached, right? Like commingling and things of that nature. The wall can be breached, but it's difficult. I got sued one time. I had a moving company in DC, Hulk Movers and Junk Hauling, right? My guys went. The guy didn't tell us his basement flooded, so we're moving his stuff. He got a one of them nice ass reclining chairs. And we like, yo, this shit ain't moving. It's falling apart. Stuff falling apart. We go through the glass door. It wouldn't come off. I'm like, hold on. I took off 1 million glass doors. The sliding glass door, it wouldn't come off. So we had to pull it through. And I told him, hey, we're going to have to muscle this, but it may be slightly compromised. But the shit was messed up. I get served paperwork saying we broke this, then that, and so on and etc. And we had the liability waiver signed and everything. But he used the fact that we didn't take off the sliding glass door. And I'm like, Judge, it would not come off. We discussed that this is not coming off. I have to pull it through this door to get it out. And it may be compromised. Right. And the judge was kind of nonchalant with it. And so he sided with them. So we lost. So then when we had to go and say, well, where are the funds? What are the funds, et cetera, et cetera? I was winding that down. I was going to work actually for a very, very large company. So the assets were at minimum at that point. I had sold the truck and things of that nature already because I did this move as a favor. And so, well, why can't we get, because I had, I think I had $6 left and a few thousand in the bank, right? To pay for the damages, But he got 10% of what his judgment was because the business only had the assets it had. You know what I mean?
Shit like that.
So, and I wasn't commingling and things of that nature, but the LLC is uberly important. It gives you a chance, right? And it's legit, Yep, 100%, man. So that's just, I wanted to just talk through that. I'm sure you guys probably knew, what's up, Quincy? So it's good. 501(c) is a little bit different. I think we probably could save that for another day. But I just want to keep walking down this road. So when we're talking about things like revenue, people get so caught up on revenue. What's up, Sweet B? Revenue. That's all I hear. And I think people are thinking revenue is something that it is not. Oftentimes when you're talking to people and they get the bragging, they talking about revenue, right? They're talking about revenue quite often. Let me share this tab. Hold on, let me read the super chat. Like, share, subscribe, tell a friend, and tell a friend. Hit that like button right now if you can. That helps the channel the most. Let me see. I get mad already? Yeah, I got mad. Rainbow, what's popping, my brother with the $10 says, I used to do office as industrial, electronics, household, and military, sales, customer service, and dispatch. I was a beast. Recruiters used to blow my phone up. Left due to stress. Yeah, 100%. Especially because you have different facets. Military is so much different, especially with overseas shipping and things of that nature. And customer service and dispatch is constant. Dispatch, you there at 6 a.m., customers calling all day, and sales. That's a lot, Rainbow. Salute to you. You definitely, that's instant burnout, though. Instant burnout. And you got to be very careful of that. And that's why I'm saying entrepreneurship is not for everybody. And when you take roles like this is too much on one person. It's too many hats for them to do their absolute best. You can beast it out, but for how long? And I think employers just try to save in money as opposed to investing in different employees to do different things to get max results. So salute to you though. Vet was popping with the tons. Great information, folks, for sure. Show your appreciation by donating the hand. Appreciate you, bro. This is some good information in game, especially if you want to run a successful business or decide if it's for you. Exactly. Right. My title is provocative, obviously on purpose. Right. But to be built for it, man, it takes a lot of blood, sweat, and tears, you know. And I'm glad, you know, it's intimate in here in terms of how many people, but I think everybody in here wants to be, you know. Revenue is what people get so focused on, man. So I have the slide up, you know, just so you guys can read it and look at it. But if I go and sell a move job right now, right? Let's say I sell it for $5,000. Enos was popping. Let's say I sell that job for $5,000. People will be like, yo, I made $5,000 today. You hear that, and that's why you see businesses closing. Yeah, we brought in 10,000 in sales this month, right? So that they're thinking, because they have 10,000 cash, that they made some money. But how much did it cost you to sell that for 5,000? It costs you money to sell that product for $5,000. Right? So if I sell a job for $5,000, right? Let's say that's 40 hours worth of moving services. On average, I pay my guys anywhere between $20 and $25 an hour. So let's say 23. Right? Where's my phone? So, and I'm giving you guys just simple stuff, right? So the number is $5,000. Can somebody scribe this in the chat? So the number is $5,000, right? Let's say I have 40 hours for 5 guys, and they're paid at $23 an hour. So let's say 23 times the 5 guys, right? Equals $115 an hour, right? 23 times 5, $115 an hour. Let's say they do 40 hours worth of moving times 40. It wouldn't be that, right? But let's say it just was. I sold it for $5,000. I have to pay 5 guys, right, at $23 an hour for 40 hours worth of work, right? And the numbers are trash. Don't get me. This is not how it actually goes, right? But people be like, yeah, I made $5,000. But once I pay my guys, I'm left with $400. But people often do this to themselves. They don't think about the supplies as much as they need to, right? You'll run to the store. Like, we'll run to the store and get a shrink wrap. Well, you have to deduct that, right? That has to come out of my revenue. Revenue is just the sales. I have to assess my costs. If I want to brag, I need to be talking about profits, right? Profits is once you deduct all your expenses and your overhead costs. So the one thing that people need to get into and understand before they start a business is their cost of goods sold. You can substitute the word goods with services, right? What is your cost of goods sold to produce something? Right? Cost of goods sold. Here's the generic formula. Inventory plus purchases minus ending inventory equals cost of goods sold. But here's what goes into this, right? Like Aaron was just saying. Can you guys help me? Put in the chat what goes into this. Yeah. Sharilla, that's good. Yep. I think it goes right here too. So insurance, right? We can't move people without insurance. Trucks. You guys can add labor costs, supplies, fuel, right? Equipment, right? you know, overhead, and people do a bad job with overhead. So that's your building, you know what I mean? You got utilities, you have rent, you know, for wherever you do a business out of, and people don't do a good job of breaking that down to make sure they equate for that in their rate, right? So those overhead costs are just constant. Those are constant costs. Supplies, when you would allocate, overhead is like rent, utilities, right? That's overhead. Expenses that you have on a consistent basis monthly would be like supplies. That'll fluctuate a bit, you know? Yeah, Jerome. Right? So you have to break that down. So you do it like this. Let's say, yep, money for, right, J-Hub, that shit. Think about this. Let's say you have $1,000, right? You have $1,000 in utilities, right? But how, and this is what happens to a lot of clubs. They think they making money on Thursday, Friday, and Saturday, but they got to pay the utilities for Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. Right? So this part. So let's say your utilities are $1,000. So $1,000, right? You got $1,000 utilities. Do the math. Just do it. This is simple. This is the day how I do it, right? Divided by 30. It's $33 a day. Right? But how many days a week are we actually moving? Right? So let's say we move people, I would say, let's say 22 days out of the month. I can't do my math predicated off of 30 days anymore because I'm not making money 30 days out of the month. So I would do that $1,000 divided by 22 days. Now my cost per day is actually $45.50. You see what I'm saying? So you have to make sure you're able to cover that cost on the days where you go out to work. Right. And I'm talking about more so services, you know. So when you're building your rate, you have to consider this. You have to consider all these things. Right. The one thing I demand, and this is a demand from me to you guys, and I have to do a better job of it myself. You know. Yeah, really, we almost there. 1,200 away from 20K. Right. The one thing I demand from you guys is to make sure that you equate for your time. Right. So we'll do, let's say we're building a rate. Right. I'm going to charge $60 an hour. Why? Okay. I got to cover my guys. That's $20. Okay. So I'm already down to 40. I'm covering my supplies that I reuse. So I may do $5, let's just say, for simple math. Okay. So I'm down to $35 going into my pocket. Okay. And this is hourly though, right? So I have a lot of guys working at once. You know, I may do $5 for the utilities times 4 guys. I should be able to cover it times however many hours. Right. And then I got to make sure I equate for my time. Right. So how much does it cost for me to get you on my books? If I'm taking 10 minutes with you, how much is my time every 6 minutes? That's how the lawyers do it. They charge you every 6 minutes. So you come up with a rate for yourself that covers your cost and your time. Right? You add all of that up. That's your cost. Then you put your rate on top of that. Do the market research. What are people charging? Are you differentiating? If so, can you add $2 or $3 more? Right? So I just want you guys to understand, equate for your costs, right? And then build the rate around it, right? So I actually said it backwards. What is it going to cost for me to do this business, to sell this good, right? And then you build your rate around it. Now, the rate itself, if you guys remember, we were on the stream and I was looking at the hot dog vendor and I just quickly Googled and it said they can make a 75% margin. I said, that's like selling dope, because the things that are sold at above 50% margin, and I'll explain that. I know you guys know what it is, but I'll explain it. Is things like liquor. So this is what this means. If I got $100, right? All my expenses add up to $80. I walk away with 20. My margin is 20%. 20% isn't actually terrible. That's the thing. 20% margin, it's not good. It's not great, but it's not bad. Like a 20% margin is it should be better, but I'm not gonna be like, damn, you fucking up. I'm gonna say, well, can we find any cost save for ourselves to make a better margin? So it's how much money I make off of every sale, and it's percentages. So I use 100 because it's simple for us. So if it costs me 80 to produce that, I got 20 left over as profit where I don't owe nobody that money. I can keep it. That's 20%. It's right. 30% margin, good, very good. 30% margin is where you want to be, right? 30% margin is where you want to be. If you can provide services, like for instance, I'm just using the moving, giving a service to people, because that's the thing. That's what a lot of us tend to do. We hang TVs. The margin on hanging TVs for us is very, very high. So if I go to hang and if I do it myself, right, the margin increases because now I don't have labor costs. And it takes me 30 minutes, let's say, to hang maybe 15 minutes, but let's say 30 minutes to hang a TV for $200. And all I'm doing is using my tools that I already have that pay for themselves. And the customer buys the mount, screws, and everything. I show up with my bag of tools, hang the TV, and be gone. The margin on that service, super high because the overhead, or excuse me, the expenses to provide that service are rather low when I do it myself. You know what I mean? So that's important, right? But you want to focus on your margin. That's a constant thing. Your margin is you should be constantly be assessing it. My moving company, our margin is 58%. I streamline everything. I use everything. How I bill it, all matters. How we do things. Not nickel and diamond, but having a rate that covers us well. And I do binding estimates. I do not to exceed pricing, right? Which is this: if I say it's gonna take 9 hours, and it takes 10, I pay for the extra hour. Right? Now, in my head, I know it's going to take 7. Right? I'm pretty good at estimating. So I know it's going to take 7. But I let them know, hey, I got it at 9 because I want to make sure you have an expectation. If it goes anywhere past 9, I'll pay for it. So the customer like, really? Wow, yeah. But I know it's probably a 7-hour job. So you see what I just did for my margins? I got 2 hours free because my guys, I have them scheduled. Hey, it's 7 hours. If you do it in 6 hours, you still get paid the 7. Right? So you see how I'm putting it on both ends. I'm saying, hey guys, get it done. You still get paid the 7 hours. Client, I put a buffer in because I want to make sure that we both have an expectation. So it goes 10 hours. I'll pay for that hour. So now everybody has an expectation. Everybody's happy. The guys, me, and and the client. You see what I'm saying? And now my guys be like, hey, Ham, this piano is heavy as a mother. I still have those 2 hours where I'll be like, all right, I'll give you guys an extra 30 minutes. But generally speaking, they be pushing. Freezy was popping. Because they want to make more money. And my guys, the same thing. They have it in their head to where I get paid 20 an hour, right? But if I get it done, if Hampton estimates 8 hours and I do it in 4 hours, my pay rate goes from what? 20 to 40 hours an hour. You see? So they're thinking entrepreneurially, to Robert's earlier point. Damn, I can make $40 an hour if I bust my ass because I still get paid that money. Right? They have accountability. Like if they break shit and I know in there they know it could have been avoided, we split the cost. Like I'll pay half, they'll pay half. You know? So yeah, man. So protect your margins every single day. Protect your margins. Pay your people. Pay your people. Your people are the brand. Pay the people. Don't nickel and dime. The moving companies around me pay anywhere from 15 to 18. I start at 20. And I demand what I demand because I start at 20. Right? So I'm $2 ahead of my competition. I do shit like one of my guys, he was getting his anniversary. And he's like, damn, man, we going out on Monday. I know we get paid on Wednesday, you know. So I didn't put it out there, but I just pay him via Zelle so he get it right then. He's like, yo, hey, you sent me yeah, I know you're going out with your wife and shit. I know the other week was slow, so it might be tight. You know, and that type of stuff, they like it's that rapport is forever, you know. So as an entrepreneur, you can do things like that. Be careful. You give people an inch, they take a mile, right? Be careful, you know. But doing those things, right, it helps. It certainly helps. But protect your margin, man. Protect your margin. So the margin is percentages, right? So this is what you do. If you're selling a product for $10, if you're selling a product for $100, your goal, I would say if you guys set a goal for yourself, 40% margin is fucking awesome. Awesome. But you notice, look, you're spending more money technically than what you're actually bringing in because you're bringing in 40% of 100, right? Just to do simple math. That's how business entrepreneurship works. 40% is a great fucking margin. If you can get that and maintain it, maintain it. Like I said, I've been doing this, right? When I first started, my margin was not 58%. I sold that company, went to Capital One, worked for them for, you know, doing relocation all over the country for them, right? So it was not 40, it was not 58%. It was 30%. Maybe 28%. My fees were too low, how I was doing it, you know, just working through it, even though I was working every single job myself. In 2016, we did 200 jobs over the summer in DC. And I worked damn near every one, you know? So that shit is not easy. Jer, my bad. I didn't see the question. Hold on, let me scroll up. Would another business, it's not super, but I'm gonna read it. Would another business that could be effectively streamlined, barbers who can run their own operations from their residency? Yes. Yes. No. No, not really. You would, Mel, not directly. But the more money that you simply make, so the higher your margin means you're keeping more money. So if shit hits the fan, you'll have money for downtime. You'll have money for unexpected expenses. So by proxy, you know, I say protecting the margin overall simply adds to your profits. And the reason why I like to talk margin is because margin is a constant everyday thing, because supplies fluctuate so much, right? So you need to be shopping suppliers all the time, you know, like the barbershops, you know, like that was brought up, that Jer brought up as an example. So my barber, it would be the same little Puerto Rican guy coming to barbershop, and he, you know, sells all that, the hair supply, like for them. And whatever he was selling it for, they were buying it for. I'm like, have you ever went to one of the 100 beauty supply stores around here and see what the costs are? But because the guy comes in, they pay for the convenience, right? But people sneeze at $3, $4, $5. But you wouldn't sneeze at it if you did your math, right? So let's say they buy a bottle a week, even just a bottle a week, and it's probably more than that. I'm being generous. Let's say a couple bottles a week, $10 times 52, right? That's $520. What if you can save that? Think of things in lump sum so you give a shit. It's all good, right? You know, so think of things in big numbers so you give a shit. Don't just go and stop by the gas station to get water, right? Like, let's say you provide a service and you keep free water every time. Like, you know how you get like what's the thing when you get your feet done? Right, and they give you like water or wine and shit like that. Don't go to 7-Eleven to get that water because it's $6.99 for 24, right? Go to Costco to get the water because it's, what is it, $6.99 for 50, right? You protect your margins because supplies matter every single day. Always be shopping, always be looking. And I fall victim to it. My guys will be at U-Haul and they'll be like, oh, we don't got no shrink wrap. I got a contract at the office or the moving supply company, but I'm like, go ahead and run in the U-Haul and pay 50% more than what we would have paid because I'm being lazy because y'all getting on my nerves. But you do that every day, you eating at your margins. And your margins dictate your profits. So your revenues will be beautiful. But if your margin is only 20%, so when you use that $5,000 number, right? 5,000, right? And then 20% of that, you make $1,000. So your revenue is 5,000, but your actual profit was 1,000 because your margin's only 20%. And so that job, what can it pay for? Just my overhead costs. You know, like, share, subscribe, tell a friend, and tell a friend. Hit that like button right now if you can. That helps the channel the most. Let me read there. I think it was So Solid. So Solid with it said, I was a security guard company. Hampton. Thoughts, regulations for things like that. One of my buddies started a very large one, and in DC there's a luxury of government contracting, and so he was able to secure the government contract for all the schools, all the charter schools in the district. But compliance is key. Obviously, if you add armed guards to the mix, right, there's a whole lot more exposure to the company, right? So you most certainly need a limited liability for a security company. You know, people have to be, you can't just hire anyone. It looks like anybody could just sit there at the desk for 8 hours until it's time not to sit there. With things like that, you only needed to go bad once. You know, you only needed to go bad once. So you need the liability. You need to train people. You need to trust but verify. If you have armed guards, remember your exposure, right? So be very, very careful. That is going to be something that will not be passive. You will have to be heavily involved because people will F you over for sure. And they don't even do it maliciously. They just don't know no better. People are dumb, especially in times of havoc. So just be very careful with that, you know? But compliance is key there too. Compliance is very important, you know? Even when Jer was saying with the barbershop, I think the separation is worth sacrificing a portion of those profits, right? But again, look at it based on percentages. It's better that way. So if I get a shop, which brings my margin from 50% to 40%, but we know making 40% on your business is good. I think you also keep a level of professionalism. You separate it. You know what Biggie told us, right? Never sell crack where you rest at. Even if a nigga want an ounce, tell him bounce. Right? Because people in and out your house like that, that's a different ball game. And unfortunately, in this society, you never know. right? You never know. So I would be careful with that, right? Because we get comfortable, and unfortunately, history has showed us it be a man that'll do you, right? And let's just use the stuff that we're familiar with: Juice, New Jack City, Paid in Full, The Wire, imitations of life, man. So I would be careful. I would get a little studio, and you know, people have gotten that. Have you guys seen that? The studio where people will go and there's different booths, and you got your little room. Brutus, yep. You got your little room, and you make it your own, and that is just one chair in there. You make it how you want, and do it like that. I think that's worth the cost, right? Because you want the benefits to outweigh the cost. So if it's worth paying for because it's beneficial, do it. To make money, you got to spend it, period. Right? To make money, you have to spend it. But the things you can control it. But don't be cheap. Yep. Do not be cheap. It's not worth it. I got the best dollies, the best hand trucks. You know what I mean? Like I use, because that shit is going, that's your money maker. You know, that's your money maker. So buy good clippers, get something. And then when you have people coming, you know, get a place that's safe, that the aesthetics make sense, you know. Don't just get the cheapest booth, right? Because who the hell gonna want to come there? Yep, Goodfellas, Sopranos is always your man, you know. So I think that's key for sure. Like, share, subscribe, tell a friend and tell a friend. Hit that like button right now if you can. That helps the channel the most. Damn, man. The profit and loss, right? It's just a comparison, right? The money you bring in versus the everything that's going out, right? Don't look at loss as negative per se, but it costs to do business, right? Again, it's the cost of doing business. You know, the profit and loss will have a lot of things that you may not look at every day. Like let's say, for instance, your insurance and such. And oftentimes insurance automatically renews, and it'll be $100 more per month, $50 more, but it's just rolling, you know? So you want to make sure you assess things, you know, when it's time to assess them. Once you lock in, you know? For the business, I'm less likely to put things on automatic payment because, again, I want to make sure I'm monitoring my margin fluctuation. Right? So I'm less likely to put things on automatic payment for business. At home, I do, right? Because it is what it is. But at the business, at the end of the month, if I'm saying, wait a minute, Xfinity is $60, T-Mobile's new internet is $40, and it can do the job, I'm switching. You know what I'm saying? So if I do an automatic payment, now I'm not assessing all my expenses, my overhead, etc. So, you know, like, share, subscribe, tell a friend and tell a friend. Hit that like button right now if you can. That helps the channel the most. And I knew that this live would be a little bit skinnier, but I wanted to do it because I think that is cool. You know, I really think that is cool. These things I learned through pain, man. But when I say it in hyperbole, you are not built to be an entrepreneur. I'm being mean, you know, in terms of the title, but I'm not taking it back either. Like, this shit is not a game. You literally eat what you kill, right? Every piece of money, you know, every piece of money that comes in, you got to assess it from YouTube, to the moving company, to the DJing. Like, if I don't work because this stuff is not passive, then we don't eat. You know? Now we have some real estate, but even that, Airbnb, people complaining, you know? And real estate, when people say they're going to get into it, the sentiment is that you need 5 properties to be able to live off having real estate. Because the margin on real estate is low. Why? right? It's pretty low when you get homes, especially with the interest rate in places that people are willing to rent. You know, you hit good months for sure, but generally speaking, a mortgage, like just take the mortgage. The mortgage would be, let's say, $2,000, right? You probably make 1,000. Not terrible, but with all the work that goes into it, because people forget about their time and effort and the headache. You need 3 or 4 of those. You see what I'm saying? Because you're taking away 1,000 every month. Let's say you're gonna need 4 or 5 houses to really start getting this money that you can really live off of. You know what I'm saying? You know. So just take that. Just be cognizant of that. You know. Just be cognizant. You're gonna need 5 houses before you get to money you can kind of live off. You may hit a gym, but generally speaking, you know, people's expenses average about $5,000-6,000 a month. You know. Jay Strada, you might gotta hit the link so I can understand more. Did I hit? Did I drop the link? Alicia, what's popping? I can't hear you.
There we go. Can you hear me?
Yeah, what's going on?
Hey, all is well. Happy Wednesday.
Yes, ma'am.
Afternoon. Hello, everyone. Thank you for having this live. It's exciting.
No doubt, no
I
doubt.
have a lot to learn.
Yeah. Are you in the business?
Yes.
What do you do?
Online family friendly trivia with a cash prize. I emailed you a while back.
Oh yeah. So that's an actual business.
Yes. I have my LLC, and I'm trying to.
Okay.
Marketing is my issue.
Marketing is tough. Marketing is tough, but I didn't realize it was that. Like it's something you're trying to grow. Okay. So marketing is tough. You can do it. That is very labor intensive.
Yeah, but it's something I love. You know, I'm obsessed. It stems from my many years of homeschooling, and I can't stop. I can't stop. I plan on doing this the rest of my life, no matter how profitable it is. Which hopefully it is.
Yeah. Well, yeah. I mean, it's tough. So run it down. Let's you know what? This is actually a great tangible example. So
intellectual property.
Say it again.
Intellectual property.
Yeah, 100%. So intellectual property. Okay. So what are your costs?
My expenses are minimal. My overhead, I work from home, so everything is pretty minimal. And I foresee, I'm speaking into being, and once I really get rocking and rolling, it's going to be a great benefit, not only to me financially, but one of my main goals is to create something for all of us, so that others can have a steady income. Those who are really committed, because it's trivia, mostly trivia, but there's physical challenges as well. But and I have my YouTube channel. There's now I do have an issue with because I get nervous. So I would like to be more articulate with my business. So forgive me if I'm stumbling over myself, but and I'm getting better because I'm relatively new.
One step back, right? Okay. Because remember one thing that I cited that I had to do a better job of too is when we look at our costs, but it is intellectual property. How much is your time in intellectual property worth to you? So you building out a trivia, is it a game or match or whatever the case? I don't know how you say it.
It's a game. Yeah.
It's a game. Do you think of the questions, or are there sites that you get questions from?
Oh no, I create everything. I research all the trivia. I create all the props. I do a little dressing up from time to time. I craft everything.
So Alicia, do you see how that is actually expensive?
Yes.
Right. So let's say you were making up one game. How long would it take you?
One game. If I focus nonstop, I think I can have one game done in a couple of hours.
And the fact is, it's hard to focus nonstop. Life be life. And so how long does it actually take? Let's say 3 hours, as opposed to 2?
Yeah, I'll say 4, just to be on the safe side.
4 hours. Now this is, I don't mean this to be intrusive, but it's good for the
Bring
exercise.
it, please.
What at your last job or your current job do you see? I don't know if I want to ask, but I just looking for a tangible pay rate.
Oh,
Give me a
made?
range. Yeah.
Oh yes. My previous job was $19.50 an hour.
Okay, so $19.50, right? So let's say we use that rate, right? Your cost just right now from making that game is $19.50 times 4. You see what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Right. So you have to look at that, right? So the cost looks low, but you're using your time, effort, brain power, right? That's a cost to you. So I think if you were to charge for that game, instantly you know it has to be more expensive than $19.50. You see what I'm saying? So if you were to charge, hey, $15 for me to run the thing, you already out because it costs you $19 to make it. You see what I'm saying? Like you use some type of rate that is tangible to you, right? And that's where your cost should start. You know, you got to pay yourself. What you think?
Yeah, that sounds reasonable. Absolutely.
Does it make sense? Was I clear?
Yes,
I may
it
not
does.
be clear.
No, it makes sense. It makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just looking at well, because I'm starting, I don't predict that I'll be so profitable in the beginning stages.
Agreed.
So that's what I'm looking at.
Agreed. But what you want to do is continue to track your losses. So this is what happens with people, right? They'll be losing January, February, March, April, May, right? June come, they got a good month, right? But the truth is, you ain't made no money for the whole first half of the year. But then you catch
that's me,
right? But then you catch a lick in June. You be like, "Yo, I got money." You have to deduct the losses from January, February, March, April, and now see if you have money. Right? People always make that mistake. They'll catch a lick when it's hot, but they forgot that they lost money the whole of those other months. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean?
I'm in the negative.
Yep, exactly. So always track that. Give yourself a number that you can track, because your time has to be worth something. You know? Now, let me ask you this question. This business, if you want to do it, can you scale it? So I'll give you an example. With the moving, I don't have to go to every job. You know, my guys run 90% of the job. I go when I'm needed to go, right? My wife does sales, you know. I'll close it like if it's more difficult, things of that nature. And we have a couple other salespeople also, right? So I can scale it because I don't have to be there necessarily, but I can monitor everything from a phone and computer. So I can grow it this way, right? Because I can, you know what I mean? Because other people can do the work. Yours sounds like you have to do it, you know?
Yes.
So DJing, I can't scale it the same way, but I can do a lot of jobs, but I'm the DJ. You know, I can't send nobody else, right? It's a different sound. So it's not scalable, but it grows. You see the different, right? You see what I'm saying? Because this sounds like you have to do it specifically.
Oh, yeah.
You know? So is it scalable, or you just wanted to grow? Hey, Tyranny, I see you. You know you need to put on a coat.
Definitely wanted to grow. I'm not, forgive me if I don't know the correct terminology, but I guess scaling, the only way it would be scalable would be through passive income, through platforms such as this, like YouTube, and you know, because everything's live. So let me. So it'll scale, but I think let's differentiate it, right? I'm using the term grow. So what'll happen is you'll get more clients. They'll come in. You'll be able to talk to more people, etc., and it'll grow that way. Scaling would be like me, Tyranny. What's up, Tyranny? Me and Tyranny running games or trivia games under your umbrella. Now it's scaling. You see what I'm saying? So now Tyranny's running the game, I'm running this game. But now you could grow a YouTube channel to where it'll just be growing and you'll have more people participating.
But scaling is like, now I'm doing it, she doing it, and you can duplicate it while you sleep. That's real passive income.
So I consider at some point kind of making a, like I said, forgive me if I don't know the correct terminology, but I guess like a franchise type idea, because my trivia is based on, for the most part, and I try to do global, but I'm an African-American woman. So my trivia is based on my perspective, my nostalgia, you know, a lot of things in our culture. So I would like to eventually have people in other countries create a similar game for more specific to their areas. If you understand what I mean.
Yeah, so you would need to definitely trademark your ideas so that you own them, so nobody can steal them, right? What you would have to look at with that is, what is the ROI? Do you know that term?
Return on investment.
Yes, ma'am. So if you were to franchise something, what would that franchising be worth to somebody, and do the benefits outweigh the costs? You know what I mean? Like, could you actually sell it, and could they make money from it? What would their ROI be? But if it's so proprietary, meaning that you create it from scratch and you're the only one that can duplicate it, it would be hard to then franchise it. You know? So, yeah. Black Seinfeld, what's up? So it's interesting though, right? Like it's interesting, and it's hard as shit. I know Tierney was in the chat saying this shit ain't easy, right, Tierney?
Yeah, no, real talk. I actually came up to ask, like, okay, so I got an LLC.
You ain't saying hi to me. God damn it.
Oh, you know what? So rude. What's up, DJ? Shalom. What's up?
Hey, shalom. I'm used to it.
Hi, I'm so sorry.
What's going on, Brett?
No, so I was just saying that I have an LLC, right? And it's for a staffing agency. But I don't know how to start it. I see a lot of you guys, y'all on here, YouTube. That's like an entrepreneur. You literally starting your business, you starting your brand. I feel like YouTube might be easy because you're just making videos and you're posting it. But would you have any advice on how to get my business? Like how would I go to other companies and be like, hey, you should come with my temp agency? I just need some advice on that because I'm scared.
Okay, good. I think fear is a mind killer, right? It is an evil that disintegrates you from the inside out. You must learn to face and control it. Fear. That's actually a poem that we learned while we were pledging, right? Because it is something that will halt you. You know, you got people that they're great planners. I argue they're great planners because they're scared to implement, right? People are planning all day, but then when it's time to do, they get cold feet, right? That's the difference with salespeople. Like you two right now, I think you guys can build great rapport with people. People get messed up when they have to ask for money. That's what the difference between salespeople and non-salespeople. So I'll say 18,500. Customers say, I don't even blink. I said, she's like, man, it's much more than the other guy. I said, I agree. I said, I will not be the cheapest, but I will be worth it. You know, and they got to make a decision from there. But I don't blink. I don't even like make a face, nothing. Like it doesn't, you know. But I'm okay with being rejected too. You know.
That part.
Yeah. I think because what I have going on is so unique. It scares people. I don't.
You say it again.
It scares it. Yeah, yours is it's very one-to-one. In terms of what Tyranny's trying to do, I like the fact that you said you have an LLC, Tyranny, because it's not a business. It's an LLC. That's exactly what it is. The business has to start doing something for it to become a business, right? The LLC simply protects Tyranny from anybody trying to sue her, and they can't come to you, to your house. They got to go to whatever your business owns, right? So that's good. In terms of doing it, you have to do that quite literally one-to-one. Now, what type of agency? Is it temp? Is it in-home care? Which one? Like, what is it?
It is temp, and I want to reach out to more companies that accept people with records. So I want to be a specific temp agency. I want to help felons.
Yay! Me
Yeah,
too.
You too?
Oh.
The underdogs. I want to help everybody, but especially the underdogs.
Right.
Okay. So all right, perfect. I can actually. Well, T, I don't want to be in your business. Maybe you could put it
You're
in
not
the
in my
back.
business. It's fine. It's fine.
Well, whatever state are you in? Texas?
Yep.
So a couple of my sister. You see, sis. I don't know if you ever watched the POV, but sis, that's my actual sister. And
Okay.
so
Okay.
she has all her degrees and certification in social work. And so a lot of people start these halfway houses, right? Where people come there and live, when they're getting out of rehab or getting out of prison, right? And they have that transition step. So now those people are looking to work. You have to vet them out 100%. But at least that'll give you people to staff. So what I'm basically pointing to is a partnering. You go, if you know anybody that does that type of business, you can go, hey, do you have anybody viable that's looking for a level of work, right? You would come to people like me, right, that have a business that they can do where, okay, this is moving stuff, picking it up and putting it down. So you have to do a lot of networking to get this off the ground.
Right, that part. And like what you said, a rejection, like I can find people, that's not a problem. I can get multiple people to apply with me. I can run their background, no need to because they have a background, but it's just going to companies and trying to find the right pitch to get them to staff with me.
Pitch it to me.
Pitch it to you?
Yeah, come on.
Okay. Hi, is this Hemp?
How you know my name?
Oh, I'm sorry. This is the business Hemp. This is Hemp, DJ Hemp Business. Is that correct?
Yes, ma'am. Who am I speaking with?
Yes, my name is Tierney, and
hey, y'all be quiet back there. Sorry, go ahead, man. Go ahead.
No problem at all. I completely understand. My name is Tierney. I'm calling from People Like You Staffing Agency, and I was in the
name.
Yeah, I know, right?
People like who? Like, what does that mean? I like that name. Like, tell me more. People like you. Go ahead.
So we like to reach out to people, that see. Hold on. You made me nervous.
Hold on.
Okay, so
hello.
Yes, I'm here. My apologies. So yes, we would love to reach out to people that are looking for careers, and we believe here at People Like You Staffing that no matter the background is what the future is what matters. So we were wanting to see if we can possibly work with you, bring us on some outstanding clients, and help build your business. I don't know.
Well, so when you say their backgrounds, what's in their backgrounds? I have so we do moving. I have a few DJs as well. And I have guys that have been through things, but they've come out better for it. I've had some bad experiences. So how are you vetting these? Is it just men or is it women also?
So it's both. We don't discriminate with men or women. And as far as background, it can range. I mean, we'll accept any background. I guess we're really wondering if you would accept working with people with a negative background, a felony record, or.
So we do moving, right? So there's flags that jump out to me. If somebody did like a robbery or a burglary and we're in people's houses, that is a bit of a red flag to me. You know what I mean? Just because we're around people's property. So if you're willing to take from people before, have you gotten through that, right? And then I'm not aligned with like rapists or pedophiles or anything like that.
Okay. That's completely understandable. As far as that genre of felonies, no, we don't accept those either.
Okay. What about the stealing? Do you guys accept them?
Now, again, we do believe that one's past doesn't determine their future. I've had some really great candidates that has had that mistake in their past in their early 20s, but now they just want to work for their family. So I have people with records that are better workers than people with no record.
Yeah,
and we just want to give them an opportunity.
No, 100%. Yeah, I have a record. I got in a couple fights and stuff like that. So I definitely understand a young man is not the same as the old man. I just know that I can do it again, but I think as more hopefully now. So I can understand that. I can understand that. So you trust them, the people that you offering to me?
Well, we do internal. Well, hold on. What's the word? We do interviews that's really in depth. So the questions that I ask will absolutely it aligns with the personality questions that you would take for any other job.
Yeah.
And I definitely feel as though I've picked a great range of candidates.
Okay. Okay. So you put your name behind them.
I would put people like you, staffing agency, behind them. Yes.
Okay. So you telling me if they F me over, I can come to you directly?
I mean, if anything negative happens with one of my employees in your job, then I would absolutely love for us to have a one-on-one sit-down talk to see what we could do moving forward. But as well as this is business. So absolutely.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. Hey, Tierney, you actually did pretty good. Like that was not bad. Now, granted, it's me, right? But then again, like we interacted a few times, but not a million times. You know what I mean? Right. I mean, you see me obviously, but that was not bad at all. Like even your opening, and you only tripped up twice, and this is a role play, which means people are more likely to kind of be like, all right, hold, let me restart, right? Mm-hmm. That's why I did the yelling in the back, right? Just so we didn't have to like, okay, let's start over, you know? But generally, you did well, and I think you got a good phone voice. If I were to offer just critique, I would say obviously you clean it up, but you know, to sit down and have a one-on-one, because you didn't just acquiesce to like me coming right to you. You know, you saying, hey, I stand behind the people I send to you here at, and you plugged your name again, which is gold, right? You always plug the name. And if you can see the person, everything that you need an affirmative for, like you do naturally, nod, you know? So when can we start? You like this, you be like, when can we start? When are you gonna sign? You know, like everything that's an affirmative, you do this. You know, we'll be here tomorrow, right? You know, you just, and it gets people to like it's a yes. You know, I really liked it. I think in the beginning you could have a couple more questions just in terms of yeses that get people to say yes. Are you looking for staff? Yes. Is it busy right now for you guys? Man, I saw your trucks all over the place. Yes, right. So now the person is in a yes mode, you know, and then but everything else that you said was pretty solid. And the fact that you said, hey, I stand behind it, I will definitely come and have a one-on-one with you. You ain't giving up the kitchen sink, but you're saying you're willing to acknowledge it and confront it when there's an issue, you know? Okay. Yep. Because here's what happens when I get clients, right? And I say something happens and then we break something, I pay them money. They don't go back and say to their friends, yeah, Complete Move Solution paid me money. They say, man, they broke my shit. They left out the pack that I gave them $100. Right. You know what I'm saying? But what we do care about is when you go to a restaurant, let's say a high-end restaurant, right? Like a Del Frisco Steakhouse or Steak 48. Mm-hmm. They don't come there and say, I'll give you a free steak. They'll offer to recook it, or they'll give you a piece of cake. Right. But you ain't, right? People always giving shit away. Nah. I'll redo it. I'll fix, you know what I mean? But I ain't giving you this $60. I'm still keeping that because I did the work, you know? So hey man, put a 1 in the chat if you think Tyranny did good. Let me put a 1 in the chat, man. That was good. That was good, man.
So you think I should face the I'm sorry.
No, go ahead.
Oh, I was gonna say, so you and Alicia, you guys think I should go face to face or should I do emails? I mean, I don't, that's the part. Okay.
Yes, 100%. So you should certainly email, right? Like because that's passive. It's easy for nothing's easy, but it's you can email a million people at the same time. Right. Use MailChimp, right? Because MailChimp will have their name and their email address. So it'll say, hey, Hampton. And then for Alicia's, it'll say, hey, Alicia. And you can keep all those emails in. And it also gives them ability to unsubscribe. You have to do that, right? That way you can get the people who are absolutely not interested out the way. You see what I'm saying? You can weed them out. So look at MailChimp, right? And then you have to network face-to-face 100%. But you have the voice to be over the phone. And the emails will lead to over the phone.
Okay.
right? But you have to go face-to-face networking events, find different, like I said, halfway houses, and go and meet people. And oftentimes when they look like us, you got a leg up, you know? But yeah, 100%, man. 100%. And yeah, I think MailChimp would be great for you. I don't think you're at the point where you need like a Salesforce or a HubSpot, but just compile those emails with names. That way you have a place to get them and you can email them all at once. And you can make different templates in MailChimp too. You can like design it, you know, it look nice, put links in it and everything.
Okay.
Take a look at MailChimp when you get a point. But yeah, you got a good voice for sure.
Thank you.
Yeah. Man.
Okay. I'm excited now.
Good. It's gonna be hard to tell.
Yeah.
You know, because you selling people, right? So I sell people in time, you know, and so with our inventory tyranny, and Alicia to an extent too, we lose inventory every day. See, our product goes stale very quickly because it's days and it's people, right? So when Monday passes and we don't do a job, I've just lost, you know, 120 hours worth of inventory. You see how my thinking is?
Mm-hmm.
All right, because I have 12 guys. So what's 12 times 8?
96.
96. So I've lost 96 hours of inventory every time all my guys don't work. You see what I'm saying? And I lost a whole day. So you would be in the same boat. So that's our inventory. We got to make sure that we maintain our inventory, you know? So when we have holidays, so-called, I lose inventory, right?
Mm-hmm.
So-called Christmas, whole day gone. Ain't nobody working. You know what I'm saying? So we got to be cognizant of that type of stuff. But that's good, man. That's good. That's good. That's good. The pitch, I liked it.
I'll write it down. I have to go back and rewind it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well done, Tyranny. Well done. That's something I have to work on as well. Ham, you said when I emailed you, you said you didn't know it was a business. So would you have any advice for me how I could refine that?
So to be fair to you, I get mad emails and I get a lot of invites in terms of like just doing different stuff, right?
I'm sure.
So I look at it in a different way, right? Like I'm like, oh, Alicia and me, we cool. So I thought you just like doing a show that you were trying to get off the ground, you know, but it's not actually that though. I think for you, what you need is, you heard of Eventbrite?
Yes.
So you can use mechanisms like that where you can do a free event on Eventbrite. So people will be surfing on Eventbrite like for things to do, right, in their city or around their city, right? So maybe you put it in Northern Virginia and it's virtual, and so people will be able to click and they'll be able to RSVP, and then the day of they'll click the link, be up there, and they can participate. So Eventbrite will give you access to clientele for something like what you're trying to do pretty quickly.
Okay.
Right.
Mm-hmm. And the more popular Eventbrite is, so it's like almost like so my Eventbrite, because of the DJ, and I got a bunch of people in it. So as soon as I put an event out, it's 1,000 people, you know, a couple thousand people that don't get it. You'll build yours up as people RSVP to your events too.
Okay.
I mean, you got a bunch of nerds out there looking to do trivia, I'm sure.
Yes, nerds like me.
Eventbrite, 100%. Yeah, try Eventbrite. It's the most popular one. Yep. Like I'm using it for the fight, as a matter of fact. For the tickets. Yep. Mm-hmm.
I love Eventbrite.
Yeah.
Are you in Dallas?
I'm in Virginia.
You're in Virginia? You in Houston? Oh, you in Houston. Oh, Lord.
Yeah, I think in hindsight, I would have picked Dallas, Tyranny, because I had the choice.
Oh, okay. Yeah, Houston's something different, baby.
Yo, I ain't had power for a week, man. Terrible.
You had power?
Yeah, because of the storm.
Oh, y'all going through that storm.
Yeah, it kicked our ass. It was a week. That's why I ain't streamed. Well, I don't know, but I ain't streamed for a whole week because I was just messed up. I had to change out the floor, had to pump some water. I had to get a generator. The fence came down. The tree fell in the backyard. Everything, man. I'm driving. The tree almost fell on top of me. I'm like, yo, this is crazy, bro. But I'm here though. God damn it.
Biden just released the package where he's going to give out a stimulus for those affected, and what's the Harris County is included. So Yeah,
I filled out the they had the disaster assistance thing. I filled it out, especially because as entrepreneurs, we quite literally don't have no money coming in, you know, like DJing ain't no club is open, you know what I mean? Like, so we doing okay though. Yeah, I mean we good, you know. But it's just a matter, right? If you ain't cheating, you ain't trying. What I mean by that is when they put out them stimulus, you apply, right? Because you qualify, you know.
right.
So.
If you ain't trying.
Yeah, you ain't cheating, you ain't trying. And I mostly like when I used to play football. You want to talk about cheating? I be cheating so much during the game it don't make no sense. I'm holding, grabbing, doing all types of crazy shit during the game.
Crazy.
You know. So, oh yeah, RP Tipsy made a great suggestion. Do you guys have LinkedIn?
Yes.
Okay. Push your LinkedIn. Start posting on LinkedIn. Just like you made it, you make sure you post. I'm not saying you guys, but how you post on Instagram, post on LinkedIn. Get yourself in the algorithm. Right.
Okay. Thank you.
Be consistent. Post your events there. People are looking for things that are substantive, you know. Post pictures like with the fan, you know, you can do that type of stuff, but everything should correlate back to something positive and something that's business oriented.
Okay.
Yep. So start working at LinkedIn for sure. Find me up there if you guys can.
All right.
So solid. What's popping, my brother?
So solid.
What's good? What's going on? Everybody on the panel, what's going on, Ham?
It's good. And I got this one-on-one thing too. If you guys want to, if like anything, you know, I have a link in my Instagram.
I'm definitely gonna take you up on that, Hamp. I was thinking about it already.
It's so solid. It's a build session. Like I ain't the expert. What we building together. I just know about this. We could be on a one-on-one. You might say some shit that I need to learn. You know what I mean? Like just to be clear.
Man.
So
I don't, man. I'm very humble, bro. I think me and you the same age, bro. But I think I got more to learn from you than you got to learn from me. So I'm gonna hit you definitely.
Yeah, no doubt. But what you wanted to talk about?
First of all, man, I just wanted to say good shit, Tierney. That shit was dope.
Yeah, you did good.
It really was. I agree with him on the voice too. Like you had a pleasant voice over the phone, make a person feel comfortable to want to accept your business. So
okay.
But yeah, Ham, before I ask you my questions about what I was talking about, you got a fight going on with Mr. Fantastic?
Yeah.
What's going on with that, Pippin? Like, y'all about to fight like live stream and shit?
Yeah, so essentially, Mr. Fantastic was supposed to box Joseph. You know Joseph, right? The misogynist.
Yeah.
So they were talking shit back and forth, right? And I was hearing through the grapevine, there's been a lot of proposals of people boxing on YouTube. I'm kind of new to YouTube, you know. So everybody, you know, like Poppy Blanco, I think he was trying to put something together. So people been arguing, I guess, for years about boxing. So I'm like, well, I can make it happen. And so they signed the contracts and everything. But Joseph has some unfortunate circumstances happening right now. Not that he backed out, he just can't do it at this moment. And so I said, I'm not gonna let the event fail. You know, Omar helped, Aaron helped. We got the event, we got housing. Mr. Fantastic got his flight, everything. I said, I'll be damned if we fail. So I said, I'll just step in. Well, you want to box him instead? You can.
Man, I damn near want to box somebody on this motherfucker, man. It ain't not him, you know what I'm saying? I damn near might fuck with you on that one, Pippin, like for real.
Yeah, I mean, because I stepped in because I didn't want it to fail. And also, if I do it and Mr. Fantastic, I think people like us for the most part. So hopefully it'll be entertaining and fun, and it'll be the start to it. Because everybody be talking that shit about how tough they are. Well, somebody will come get beat up or win. There's only two options.
Hey, just promise me one thing, Pippin. You knock him out when you standing over. You gotta go, brother. Real shit.
Nah, hey, Mr. Fantastic, a big ass man. Pause. So,
I know, big ass black nigga, right?
Yeah. I had his shirt on yesterday. So but that's my man. But yeah, you know how men are though, right? You know, it'll be a very heavy spar for sure. You know, So we gonna see what's what, man. I just got done losing a sparring match 3 hours ago.
Hey man, shit, man, you win some, you lose some.
Yeah,
Hey,
man.
but check it out. So, I've been working security, armed security, for like 10 years almost.
Okay.
So I got a lot of game inside the business. Everything that you were saying when I sent that super chat was 100 about the insurance, the LLC, the liability. If you got a gun, it's more exposure. All of that, I'm hit to all of that, right?
Yeah.
I was thinking about opening my company up. I got a couple questions and trying to see if you think that I'm doing too much or I'm reaching too far on being too idealistic instead of realistic.
Tell me about it. Well, tell us about it, because we all here listening. So yeah.
Okay.
Well, one thing I will tell you, when you work in it, it's nothing like owning it. You will understand that the day to day well, but that back end shit, even if you're a manager now, it doubles once you own it. So I just want to make sure, you know what I mean, we consider that fact. But go ahead, my bad.
No, I agree. Two things that I can say to that is I did try to do some under the table as an owner for a minute, because I'm out here in San Francisco, and a lot of people over here need security at their hotels. And I got some lady, I went in on a deal with her, and she was paying me $25 an hour, 20 for my two guys that was working the spot, and then paying me $5 an hour for every hour they worked. Right. So I was making only about $180 a week, but it was good money for something that I didn't even have to do. All I had to do was provide a security jacket and sit back in the cut, and if they missed any shifts, go fill in their shift. You know what I'm saying?
And this was armed security?
No, no, because they was in the hotel, and I just saw too many problems with that. She wanted armed security, but I was like, I don't have any like real licenses or anything like that. So if I put any dude up in there with a gun or something happened, that could come back on me, even though we don't got no paper trail, but we got cash apps and text messages, you know? So I didn't want, go ahead.
No, I'm just saying the security thing, it's taken lightly like that, right? Like, people will hire a bouncer just because they look the part and things of that nature. But those clubs assume a lot of liability with those security guards. A whole lot. But go ahead. What were you? I want to hear about your premise about the idealism.
Yes, sir. So I got the name I thought of the security company was ATS, right? And that stands for ATS Security stands for All the Smoke Security, right? So
I love that.
So the reason why I thought of that name was because during working security, I'll be having all these other different coworkers, and sometimes they be little, or sometimes they be women. And I'm not saying women can't secure stuff, but people tend to test the women security guards more than they test the men security guards. And like the clients would complain about, they want security guards to kind of look a little bit, like they can handle something. So I was thinking the name in itself is already advertising like we're not gonna be scary or whatever like that. We're gonna do our job. We with all the smoke. Anything you got, bring it to us. We'll handle it, right? And then I was thinking, bro, about hiring. Okay, I'm gonna just jump out there. Nothing but convicted felons that have a certain look to them, and that are they off parole, they all done passed all their probationary periods, all their parole stuff, and I hire them, not armed security, but just unarmed security. And what do you think about that, first of all, before I keep going?
Okay, so where in San Francisco?
Yeah, Bay Area base.
And what does that consist of? That's San Francisco. Where else?
San Francisco, Oakland, Richmond, Vallejo. It's a whole bunch of cities in the Bay Area, around the Bay, that would consist of. Yeah. It's about 7 million population inside of the whole Bay Area.
Okay. All right. So I was looking at where would you say you're trying to get most of the business?
Most of the business I would like to be in San Francisco. They have more need than anybody.
Okay. So just remember, San Francisco, the distribution of race is what, 5% black? and 5%
I don't know.
Hispanic.
That sounds right. That sounds right.
And so now what I ask is, does all the smoke resonate with that demographic?
It does, because the Bay Area is really, really, really more open to race relations than a lot of other places.
No, 100%. But the slang, all the smoke.
Oh yeah, it does, man. You'd be surprised, man. There'd be a lot of OG white and Asian people out here that is more hip than some niggas, man. I swear to God, yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
I understand that. What I fear is that the ones that we interact with now may not be all the decision makers. And so what I think about is, will the decision makers understand that name? And so if we're saying maybe, maybe not, we may need to reassess it. Now, you could present the acronym, but people are going to inquire what the acronym means. And so you just want to make sure that it'll resonate with the people who are going to actually be signing the contracts with you.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Basically explain it to them in a very professional manner exactly what it means, right?
You would. I just want to make sure you get the opportunity to do so. Right.
Before it turns them off.
Exactly. And so all the smoke, I think that it is it's too slang for the majority of people that are going to sign the contract. I like it, but you know,
But that's because you with the shit. Yeah.
Yeah, and I come from that demographic, you know, but I fear that the majority won't resonate with, and then they'll be slightly turned off. That's my opinion on it, you know. But you're out there.
You know, I feel the same way, man. I feel the same way. It's crazy that you asked me if that would be with the demographic, because you know the person who offered that name to me was a partner of mine who's in his 50s. He's an Asian dude.
Yeah.
He was like, yeah, you should name it All the Smoke Security, because he out here in the Bay, he knows, you know what I mean? So it's like, but I get what you're saying though, because just because he understands it and he came up in a certain environment don't mean everybody else in the city will.
Yeah, and I fear that the majority won't, right? And I just don't want you to limit yourself with the name. Now, here's the thing. You see, so you could do this, right? Here's what I recommend. You get a good solid name, right? Something security, right? I don't know.
So solid security.
That could work. So solid security is actually good. Yeah, solid security is actually straightforward. And then you can do so solid security is actually good. Solid security, Jay Strada got it. Solid security services is perfect.
Okay, that do sound a little more better and professional.
And then this part, you got a DBA.
What's that?
Doing business as. So you can create a DBA, right? So my name is Hampton. My DBA is DJ Hampton Stampede, right? So I can put that on different things. DJ Hampton Stampede. Is my DJ thing. You know what I'm saying? So you could create All the Smoke as a DBA, and you could use it when you go to Oakland. You know what I'm saying? So you could use the DBA All the Smoke in Oakland, you know, but the solid security services in which you
like Walnut Creek.
Exactly. Wherever the hell that is.
Nah,
right?
I'm thinking, that's some solid advice.
Yeah, so you could do that. I like that. Now we got on the name part. What was the next part? I like that part though.
Okay, the next part was hiring nothing but convicted felons and actually advertising it.
No, that again, that'll be good for a bar bouncer, maybe. Like that nigga if he got stained, or how you say, clout in the around the way, right? Because he's been putting in pain, and now he's security at a bar. That's one thing. But you know, the Hampton, you know, because you know a lot of those hotels are franchises too, right? Like that, they'd be like, I don't know who Tyrone is from Long Beach, but him with like that won't resonate. And so what you want to do is you want to give people an opportunity, right? There's been a conversation about checking that box on applications a lot, and a lot of people have actually removed it from applications where have you committed such and such. I don't know if you like, people have taken that off to an extent, right? But I think that should be more held more closely to you. In terms of if you're saying it would be a good marketing technique, I don't think so. Right? Because of So Solid, see, we come from that demographic. I think for Black people, less than like, I think it's like 20% of us actually been arrested. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's actually a small number of us that actually get in trouble. We just all like, the trouble shit. Like, we all like juicy shit, but everybody ain't getting in trouble. So that doesn't actually resonate. Like, my wife never had on no handcuffs before. You know what I'm saying? Like, she don't even know what that means, but she might need to hire security, and them niggas being a felony, all she gonna do is stereotype them. You see what I'm saying? Because they don't actually interact on a day-to-day basis. You see what I'm saying? So
yeah, I know. I hear you. A reason why I asked it, and the reason why I thought it might be okay, is because through working security, I've talked to clients, got hella cool with clients, got a good rapport with them, and they, no matter what color they are, they've actually told me that, like, in my face, that the best security guards was the ones, you know what I'm saying, that actually had a little bit of issues with law enforcement because they're not scary. They don't jump in certain situations. They know how to verbally de-escalate better than most because it's not as much fear. And I was like, well, if the clients and the business owners is saying that to my face, and then when I go pitch it to them and I say, yeah, man, we got reformed people on our team, they all of them over 6 foot, you know what I'm saying? Like this.
Okay.
I just thought,
let's do this. Pitch it to Alicia.
Oh shit, here we go.
Is she a nerd? Is she a nerd? So she don't know what the hell you talking about. Go ahead.
Oh, why you do it like that? Okay.
Cool. It's cool.
Okay,
How you doing, So Solid?
All right, how you doing, man?
Very well.
I'm an owner of Solid Security Services, and we're out here just trying to offer our services to anybody in the Bay Area in need. And I was just trying to see if you needed any security services at your establishment.
Yes, I have a little farm where I grow organic produce, and there have been a lot of thieves stealing my tomatoes, my heirloom tomatoes. So yes, absolutely.
Oh, okay. Have you had any run-ins with these thieves? I mean, do they just steal the tomatoes, or have you had any kind of physical contact with them? Do they offer any kind of threats to your person or your business other than stealing?
No, I have caught some footage of them making sandwiches and whatnot just in the middle of my garden bed.
Right. Well, what we can do is we can take away the part of your overseeing that. We can observe them, we can report them, we can get them on camera phone, we can monitor the whole situation and basically take all the services away from you. So all you have to do is worry about if we need to contact law enforcement. And we also will take away the threat of them stealing anything. We'd have live people in the gardens, making sure nobody, at whatever time that you specify, whatever time would be comfortable for you, that's when we would be there. We would offer any kind of activity reports, like daily activity reports, to make sure that we're keeping up with you and your knowledge of the situation. So if you have need of us, man, we are willing to help.
Okay.
Okay.
Well, how often are you available? Is it around the clock?
So hold on. So Solid. So here's the good thing, right? So it's good so far, right? Now, how do you get her to sign, right? Because she didn't have really much to ask once you finish pitching. You gotta be a consult. So there's different sales techniques, right? Solution-based sales, retail sales, consultative sales. I forget the last one. People would assume you want to be solution-based, right? But solution-based is this: my toilet is stopped up and it will not flush. you come and bring a solution for that problem, right? But if I don't know necessarily what the problem is, you have to be a consultant. She doesn't, she doesn't understand what she actually needs, you know? And so as a consultant, you're telling her what you offer, but what it would be is you would mine out what she needs and say, based on, you know, I walked up here, I noticed there's no ring doorbell, right? That's uberly important, especially given you have, you know, 5 different lines where you don't have any insight or sight to these areas of your home. You know, there's been an uptick as of late of loitering that has been turned into a level of burglary. It's about 10% up, you know, given that you have X, Y, and Z, you know, and you see, I'm speaking like this, boom, boom. Here's a stat. Here's a number. Here's loitering where people are standing around. Oh, man. And I know you've been downtown San Francisco where people, unfortunately, are downtrodden and they're, you know, defecating in the street and things of that nature. We want to keep that away from you as much as possible. You know what I mean? And I'm using numbers and I'm talking fast, but just slow enough that she can understand. You know what I'm saying? So when she was without anything to say, that lets me know that we got to make sure we're giving her remedy because we're a consultant in this sales process, you know?
That's dope. Okay. Yeah, I wasn't ready to do the pitch, but everything you said was factual.
It's not easy, man. But when we walk into these doors, like with tyranny, we're the expert, you know. And I run into it all the time, Solid, where people are like, yeah, I moved before. Motherfucker, you moved 30 years ago. You know what I'm saying? I moved 20 people last week, you know. I did a baby grand piano with me and my man. I almost killed myself. Like when we talk about moving, like just listen to me. You know, that's why I be wanting to tell them, shut the fuck. Let me tell you what you need, you know? And so largely I don't do a la carte, you know? So we do packing, moving, unpacking, settling, hanging TVs, downsizing, meaning we'll say you got 10 pots, you only need 3, right? And so we'll take that stuff, donate it. I say you need the full suite of services, and here's why. And I don't do it to make the money. I do it because they need it. So if they say I don't want this, that, and the third, I may reject the job because I know it's going to go bad if they don't take all the services. You know,
they're going to end up blaming you.
Yeah, exactly. So I'm the consultant. Yep. You know, so just what you're doing, people think they know, they have no idea, and you show them that you're an expert.
Okay.
You know,
it makes sense. Last question. What do you think about, because I know that people be wanting to get hired as felons and stuff like that, and they find it really hard to do. And then once they do get hired, I know that employers are very, very hesitant and worried that if they do something on the job, it's going to bite them, especially in security. If you're hiring a felon or something like that. I was thinking a way to rectify that situation and bring a little balance to it, maybe would be something like, if I hire you, if I'm a company and I'm hiring felons, like, gladly, do you think it would be too much or trying to get over on them to charge them or pay them less than I would pay regular workers just because of that risk and putting the money, like they get paid the same, but the money I deduct a little bit from and put it in a fund for them in case something happens on the job? Is that smart thought, or is it lacking?
It actually, what it does is it actually speaks to how you see them.
I don't see them like that. I just know how other people see them.
I know, but you taking money from them for what reason? Because those other people's opinions, you're doing the vetting, you're the one hiring them, you're the one assuming the risk. So when you're taking money from them, it kind of feels like you trying to mitigate your risk just in case one of them niggas pop off.
Yeah, I mean, I can see it that way.
Why you say yeah like that?
I mean, I can see it that way, but it's just like, I feel like the same, we mitigate risk with people that don't have records, right? Like we do that at security too. So I was just saying, if you're a higher risk, you should understand me taking this risk with my company because you got a gun on you, bro, and you a felon, and you was arrested.
Can they even get a gun?
Yeah, I'm a felon. Well, Yeah, bruh, I got a gun. I got a home from the United, what is it, Department of Homeland. I got a license to carry. You know what I'm saying? Right now, I'm strapped up right now, and I'm a convict. I ain't never been to prison, but I've been convicted of a felony before. You feel me? So it's like
non-violent.
Yeah.
So that may be one of those loops where non-violent felony, because even in like Texas, if you have violent misdemeanors, you may not be able to get a gun. You know what I mean? So there's that too. And for instance, when I first moved here, I did the license to carry class, but my background, I have a couple violent misdemeanors. And so it hesitated my the process, like when they're vetting you out. I got in a tussle with a cop one time, shit like that. So
I ran from one. So I did it.
Yeah. So, but they'll vet it out and they'll look at it, one to one to see what the situation was, how long ago it was, etc. In the egregious nature of it. And then I was able to get, the license to carry and all that stuff, So people, there's considerations. I would recommend you keep that close to the chest. You vet those people, right? Because we all make mistakes. People get caught making mistakes, I think, which is a vast difference between a lot of people. And you make decisions accordingly. I think if you want to give those brothers a chance, you give them a chance, right? And you give them an honest chance after you vet them,
You're right. I was just trying to cover my ass, man. I got 4 kids, man. Don't worry, man. I don't want one of these niggas fucking my shit up.
Hell yeah.
I hear you.
Yeah, man.
Good looking out, man. Appreciate all the advice, man.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So solid.
Yeah, man.
All right, on. Thank you for the interview.
Yeah, man. That was good, man.
Okay, man. Y'all be smooth, be easy. I'll holler at you later, man.
All right, be safe.
What's up, boy? What's up, big brother? You good?
I'm good, man. Hey, big respect, man. I'll be seeing you on all the panels, man. You a fool, man.
Right on, big brother. Right on.
Yes, sir. Y'all be smooth.
No doubt.
All right, be safe, big brother.
Hank, what's poppin'?
How are you, Hank?
How you doing today? How y'all doing today? It's all good, man. Good show, man. Like you said, sometimes you got to break the binocular up with something different. So you flip the script.
Yeah, trying, man. And I knew it was gonna be more of an intimate show in terms of the numbers, but I think it's excellent that the people that are here, there's been a lot of great participation in the chat and real questions, So that's good. And you realize you think you know things, but we can always be learning.
Yes, that's facts. That's facts. And
What
the thing
you got,
about it is,
Hank? Go ahead.
I was just gonna say sometimes you gotta just break it up. You know what I'm saying? Do something because it's guess what? Tomorrow's gonna come and you're gonna have another opportunity to talk about the relationship bullshit and this and that. Who's doing what? Who's not doing what? It's gonna come. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna come.
Yeah.
But
100%.
give them something solid. You know what I'm saying? Something they can chew on for the rest of the month. So a show like this is what this is. So shout out to you. For doing it and stepping out, I guess pretty much stepping out on land and doing it because, like you said, it's not gonna get all the looks of the hits, the likes, and the super chats that are normal. This might be risky show is, but that's cool. At the end of the day, as long as you feel good about what you did, the message you shared, who was blessed and who was able to benefit from this opportunity that you provided. There's gonna be some people who's not even on the stream right now, on the live, gonna watch it later. Like, damn, that was on point. I didn't know knew that. You know what I'm saying? And now it's gonna make them think, gonna make them wonder. Going to have them do some research and investigate and look into what they're trying to do as a business person or entrepreneur or whatever the case may be.
Yeah, 100%, man. No, I appreciate it, and I think we share like literally the exact same sentiment. The exact same sentiment to where it's valuable, and it'll be valuable to who is valuable to, 100%. But I think it's valuable in itself, and then people that really just looking to do something different, because it's gonna be hard as hell to get rich working for somebody else, but in the same turn, there's security there. You know, even to get approved for like a mortgage, it's easier to get approved. You know, when you have like a job, a W-2, and things of that nature. You know, so it's real. And Hank, like you said, I'm interviewing. Hold on, let me show you. Brother named Truth Hurts tomorrow. So he from Philly. He be going off. He went viral for his clip. I'm gonna post it later, where he said, if you want an extra girl, then she should have an extra. Be able to have an extra guy. Suki Hana posted it. I think Rihanna posted it. So he you know, he one of them guys, man. You know. But he give advice every day, so it's gonna be interesting for sure. So
Yeah,
he's
so
doing good.
he didn't say nothing about the bag. He said you gotta give up the opportunity for your girl to have some straight dingling. Okay.
Yeah. He's like, if you want it, man, it was good for the goose. You don't want it. He said, you know,
it's all fair and love war. It's all fair and love war. God damn.
He also said, these women are single by choice. You know, we said they only say that because they can't get the man they want. He said no, they choosing trips over toxicity. So yeah, man. Salute to Truth Hurts, man. I'll be there tomorrow, man. But
you know, that sounds like a show that Fantastic might need to show up on, huh? Give him some pointers and help him out. Fantastic. I mean,
brother.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, for sure, man. For sure. So I know you was talking about some things, but another part of the business, man, never cross incomes, cross paths, or make sure you don't cross accounts. That's another thing. You know, some people work out of their own personal account when they try to run to start a business, man. Yeah, don't do that. Just for IRS purposes, in case they decide they want to audit, stuff like that. So definitely be careful of that stuff. I know some people, you know, use some of them. Some people use their own personal money to start the business. Yeah, I would recommend you go to a respectable and reputable bank or credit union and get a loan and start your thing, whatever you're gonna do. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I think I've heard that sentiment a lot, Hank. I tend to use my money because it doesn't put me out, you know, because I think what Hank's alluding to is this: people will use all their money, right, their savings, and then they don't have emergency funds and things of that nature for expenses that you can't prepare for, right? And so you shouldn't go broke trying to start the business. So it's okay to buy some money in the beginning, right? That's what I call it when you get a loan. What behooves people, what you should do is when you buy that money, the interest rate only matters if you plan to keep, you know, that money for a long time. You know what I mean? Paying on it little by little. So it just depends, right? Don't put yourself totally out trying to get your business running, because shit hits the fan all the time, right? Now you broke, you know. So go ahead, Hank.
Well, unfortunately, that's what people always go in though, like that. They'll go in all in and thinking, oh, it's going to happen. It's a slow grind. I mean, it's going to take time. I mean, you know, some people do get lucky, and like you said, they pop. Most of them don't. And so you got to make sure you plan accordingly, you invest accordingly. You got to make sure you do the proper things you need to do. I always tell people definitely look into take some business courses. You know what I'm saying? When they offer that stuff in your local urban league, and the free courses, of course, if you can't go and afford it. Now, if you can afford it, definitely take the class. You have to pay for it. You're gonna get a little bit more information, a lot more networking. You're gonna get the opportunity to do. But for those who may not can afford to do those things, definitely look at your local urban league, man. They are a really good resource on how to open your business and getting the proper channels and networking that you need, and the events that you will want to go to continue to build your network. So
yeah, no, 100%. I like it. I like it, man. This shit ain't easy, man. Miss Fantastic, what's popping?
Brother. Yo, what up? What's going on? Shout out to everybody.
Oh shit, that's one thing, Miss Fantastic. You might actually know this number because Tierney was like, she mentioned this and she just said it how she said it, and I think a lot of people have this assumption about like YouTubing, like it's easy, like like it's not the same entrepreneurship as like a business or something. But I'm like, man, and she didn't say that, but you know the sentiment people think, oh, we just sitting here, but it is much more intricate. Angry Man gave me a number one day, but I can't remember if he said 1,000 or 10,000, but I think he's like less than 4% of YouTubers get to 1,000 subscribers, or was it 10,000 subscribers or something like that?
Probably 10, but like I say, for the most part,
1,000 is hard, right? Go ahead.
Yeah. So, no, it's good, man. Listen, everybody got something to say about this shit, about YouTube, bro. They swear it's everything from begging for money to getting on here and complaining, yet they ass show up every day. You know what I mean? So shout out to YouTube.
Yeah,
but
and she didn't say too much, but I know that sentiment.
I'm
not
saying her.
Yeah,
just the general sentiment. So no shot to Tyranny on that. But yeah, man, this is a business, and like it's crazy. This is probably one of the biggest entrepreneurial endeavors that a lot of people have gained over the last 4 years or so. Because like you said, a lot of people learn about LLCs. A lot of people learn about having a business, a corporation, a brand, all the different things through the social media aspect of it. YouTube especially, because I don't give a fuck who else and everybody else. YouTube still pays the most. YouTube's still king, unless you Country Wayne on Facebook. Like nobody else is, no other platform is providing the amount of money from revenue that you can get from YouTube, right?
Yeah.
So yeah, man, it's brand placement, building an audience, advertisements, going the way your strategy and in which the way you're going to do it, all these different things, investments, everything from even now, what you got, endorsement deals, you got actually collaboration endorsement deals. A lot of people do the Tease Hanley thing and certain things like that. So yeah, man, this stuff is a whole lot more complex than a lot of people give it credit, because for whatever reason I don't know why they try to belittle.
Yeah, no, I think you're right. Like even like as an example, tangibly or anecdotally, or both maybe, when I was out that whole week, right, the algorithm know you ain't been here. You know what I'm saying? Like, and it don't push you out there. Like, it's a whole lot that can change. It was all good just a week ago. You know what I mean? Like, all that stuff matters. So now it's important, like the consistency and things of that nature. And that's why you see people growing. Others, just there's so much that goes into it. So much that goes into it.
Trust me, bro. Like I said, like people don't realize that's why, like, I guess, like, what I'm saying, a lot of people don't know. A lot of people thought I was new to this, because I started like before the shutdown. So I started like late 2019, right? And I was on, because we didn't have to go to work, and we was working from home and all these different things and so on and so forth. I was literally hitting every day a week. So I'm with like 1,000 subs, and I'm doing better numbers than people that got 10, 20, 40K subs. Okay?
Yeah.
Like you said, I was new, consistent, and like you said, the algorithm will reward you if you put in the work, right? But then my real job call, and I had a year off and pretty much had to build back up from from scratch, because nigga, you've been going for a year, nigga. You got like 37,000 people in your spot. You like earn that shit.
Yeah. No, 100%, man. And Mr. Fantastic, aren't you in the process of like building up a new business or no?
Not yet. I gotta get the school thing settled first, and see.
Yeah, no, 100%, man. I was just saying earlier, it's hard to get rich working for somebody else, man. And the money definitely comes when you work for yourself, but it is not passive. It's almost on. You got to be on so much, and that intestinal fortitude got to kick in. I don't know if go ahead.
My bad. Go ahead. No, go ahead. Right?
I was just saying I don't know if I recommend entrepreneurship to the majority of people, to be honest.
And that's a good thing. That's what I was gonna say. Most people can't handle it. Most people aren't cut out for it. And the biggest thing, like you said, is most people don't know how to use their real job money to fund whatever entrepreneur is going to be. So like you said, right, if and when you want to start something on your own, it should be enough to where, hey, you can take care of everything you have to take care of, and then feed some of the money into, you know what I'm saying, whatever your thing is. And the most important thing is not going all in too early, right? Because it's a lot of motherfuckers out here, man, that started these YouTube channels. They bought everything. They bought cameras, they bought mics, they bought subs, they bought all that shit. And guess what? Trash. Waste of money.
You mean subwoofers, right?
Nah, subs, as in subscribers. And it's subwoofers too, but subscribers.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, man, and it's still trash. So, you know, it's a way to go about. It's a way to go about a lot of things, man. And there's a couple of people, bro, that, like you said, like if you watch their format, the biggest thing is seeing who's growing and see who's doing it, and don't copy them, or by all means, if you can, reach out to them, see what's going on. You know what I'm saying? Pay them for their expertise, pay them for their, you know what I'm saying, their knowledge. But that, and just pay attention, man, and be aware of, like, you know, certain things. Like shout out to Angry Man. Angry Man hopped on the he was already growing, but you know, he was one of the first people, like, from here to get into the what do you call that shit, the shorts thing. And so he picked up in the shorts joint. So, you know what I'm saying? Not saying that's solely or that's the most of his thing, because he's been around for forever, but that pretty much helped break him through, you know what I'm saying? As far as like, boom, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know, up to where he is now. So that's just things like that, and him noticing it, but everybody else like, what's this short shit? Or, you know, like YouTube's just trying to copy Instagram, YouTube's trying to do this. But he had the understanding, because he, you know, he knows how YouTube's work. Nah, motherfucker, YouTube trying to compete, so they gonna put this first. And that's why, you know, I'm gonna put my face in here, so you recognize, you know, face recognition, brand recognition, you know what I'm saying, all those different things. So now I'm putting these shorts, I'm killing the shorts, right? So you get a household, you know what I'm saying, you come familiar with my face, you come in for the shorts, and then of course you're not gonna get 100% carryover, but you know what I'm saying, you'll get a decent amount of carryover from people that go from just your shorts to your long form. And then most importantly, like you said, it boosts everything into the algorithm. So the shorts, even though the shorts is just 1 minute, right? Now his name hits, and it's gonna pop up in the algorithm for everything. You know what I'm saying?
And I think, and that's one thing that you just said that resonated, and I thought about it before, but I haven't done a good job of it. Putting myself on my flyers at times, I usually don't. You know what I mean? I usually just have graphics, unless I'm doing like that on deck show, you know? But like you said, the recognition of the person's face alone, like, oh, I've seen this guy, you know, that definitely helps, you know?
Because like I say, you are the brand. And like I say, you are the content for the most part, right? So, you know, even if a person is doing, you know, pre-records, right? They're whatever your content is, the person is going to correlate your content with you. So so a lot of people got to understand, like, hey, you got to put you forward, you know what I'm saying, and make sure that you're out there and you display, you know what I'm saying, that's what they're going to get. So they get familiar with it and more comfortable and all this everything.
So I have a question, gentlemen. This is something I struggle with. Should I display my image, or because initially I was leading with my logo? What do you recommend?
Let me ask you a question. Well, Miss Fantastic ruined my damn question.
You can go into details, but
just basically look at the reception that you receive, right? Like when you come up, what do they always say? Look at your hair, she's beautiful. Did that, like, so that's, you know, and you don't be doing nothing provocative, right? But you have like just a stand, like the men acknowledge your aesthetic, you know, in a positive way. So use that to your advantage. That's all.
Yeah. So you have a unique thing with the hair, and that's actually your hair, right? It's actually your hair, your natural hair, so on and so forth. So that alone, like, I remember the first time you came up, I was like, what the hell? Hey, I'm gonna have to send her a cease and desist. She coming here with a fro. You know what I'm saying? But outside of that, I was like, hey, you know what I'm saying? Oh my God, you know, a black woman is, you know what I'm saying, wearing her natural hair and whatnot. So that in itself is going to catch the person's attention, because it's not, you know, it's rarely seen in 2024. So yeah, you definitely, you know what I'm saying, whatever your message is and whatever. And like you don't do anything, you're extremely conservative, you know what I'm saying? You're not doing nothing crazy. So yeah, it's no problem for you to put your face out there and put the face. Your brand is cool, but I would say, hey, slap your branding on top of you, right, inside of whatever the, you know what I'm saying, your thumbnails and stuff like that, and so on and so forth. Another good person, man, shout out to Fatty. Fatty's hell with the AI shit.
Oh yes, he is amazing.
Yeah. So again, that too, right? So your thumbnails and stuff, like thumbnails play a part in it, man. It's a lot of stuff, bro, that you know, can make a world of difference. But again, pay attention to the people that do things, you know, extremely well, and see how it works for them. And if you can incorporate it. If you can use it. If not, not. Now, some people like, hey, bare bones or whatever, so on and so forth. They get to the point of where it's not anything, you know, too extraordinary, and their brand is big enough to where, you know, it's them, and then, you know, words, text, or whatever the topic may be. But everything works for different people, and it's depending on what your target audience is, and, you know, who receives you the best.
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you, gentlemen.
Yeah. 100%, man. Damn. I like this one though. This was good. I don't need to belabor it too much for sure, man. What you got going on today? You streaming? Hank, you stream tonight at 7 or Monday? No, tonight, right?
No, tonight is 7.
Mm-hmm. Fantastic. What you got? You stream today? This morning?
I got a debate today, man. With Cheeky. Shout out to Cheeky. I got a debate with Cheeky at 6.
Why you pandering to him? Why you shout him out? I thought y'all was debating.
I mean, I can show a young nigga love before I, you know what I'm saying, before I rough him up, man. With kindness, man.
That's that basketball in him. That's that basketball.
Oh, that yeah.
We wouldn't do that shit.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah, you talking about, man? I saw fucking what? Who was that? Eddie George and Ray Lewis hugging. Shut up.
They did not hug.
After the game.
Hugging.
After the game.
Whatever.
Mr. Fantastic, what y'all debate about?
House husbands.
Oh, you going against house husbands?
Yeah.
What?
Yeah, man.
I thought you was a proponent of house husbands.
I'm not a proponent of it. I'm not really against it personally, but like I said, you know, it's too many fundamental things that it goes against. So I'm just standing in as a, you know, I want a real debate, man. The last one was horrible, terrible.
I was down all week. Miss Fantastic text me like, nigga, you good? You know, one of them texts like, you alive, nigga?
Yeah, you alive, nigga? Cause I saw what, cause like you ain't never late. You don't never miss a joint. So, like the thing came up, and I'm like, okay, whatever. Maybe he got something going on. And then when it's 2 days in a row, I was like, oh man, this nigga done got abducted by aliens, man. Y'all damn. Might have to call Elon, man. Might have to send Elon after we get this.
Damn, man.
Oh gosh.
Well, that'd be what time of your debate?
It's 6 Eastern Standard.
Who you had last time?
Poo Poo Shiesty. Some nigga trying to make a name for himself. It's horrible, man. It was horrible.
Did you
Shout
win?
out to him though for giving the college try.
Did you win?
Of course. It wasn't even close.
Beans had asked me to moderate on Friday. I'm gonna have to watch so I can see how it goes. Then I was down last week. It seemed like it was fun.
Yeah, it was all right, man. The only thing is like they got to get more, and from this one it's gonna be, hey, for or against versus just your feelings and opinions. So they're in the early stages of this. Will be the third one, I think that the third one that Fatty's hosting. No, because the first one he was on. So him, then it was me and Buddy, and then him and Ali. So this will be the fourth, I think. And then he's gonna try to work 2 in a week. So shout out to podcast, shout out to Eat Man. Theirs will be on Friday.
Yeah.
Maybe Ali's the same week too. So either way, but yeah. So it's in the early stages, but it's gonna get better.
Yeah, that's the one I'm moderating. So I think hopefully I could do my part to make sure it go like it's supposed to. You know?
Yeah.
Oh. John, what's popping? You there?
What's going on? Just getting myself straight in the background, taking a minute away from work.
What do you want to chop in on?
I'm not just jumping in here on the entrepreneur aspect. Entrepreneur
How are
aspect. I
you?
got in a little bit late. Oh, first of all, hello everybody.
How's
Thanks
it
for the
going?
reminder, Alicia.
I thought you was raised by wolves for a second.
Aroo.
Well,
Yeah,
John,
so,
ain't you in Virginia?
I am.
Alicia, you know I do Love Connection also. Huh? You know that, right?
Lord Jesus.
Here we go.
He like a bear, Alicia. That's right up your alley. That's what you need. You live in the woods.
You see that look on her face?
He's shy. That's why.
You're
I'm
very
untrained.
handsome, John.
And he's a vegan.
Thank you.
Really?
Why you tell this shit? So damn well I'm carnivorous. I will tear your ass off a northbound cow heading for the Canadian border at 6 o'clock in the evening. Tell that tale.
But John, you how long your business been running?
Since 2015. Most part. I got started after I got out of the military. So I did my 20 years first. And while I was in the military, around my 8th year mark, that's where I decided to go back to school, because I'm from that generation, whereas they talked about get your education. So that's what was going on with Gen X, with the baby boomers and silent generation. That's what they lasted for, is get your paper in. So that's what I did. So by the time I retired, I had had my bachelor's, had my master's, had about 5 or 6 different IT certifications, but I still wasn't ready to go out on my own. So I ended up contracting and working for a few folks before I got started in 2015. So I retired in 2011.
Okay. All right. Congrats.
And you're in IT, right?
I am IT consulting. So I have a small DoD IT consulting business that I run with my co-owner. But fortunately for us, we've been able to do work at the Pentagon. We've been able to do work for some of the local naval bases here in the area. And as of right now, we have a contract that we have specifically as a subcontractor to a larger company for some work that I'm delivering right now, being that she puts me out to work, I go do the work, and put the money in the bank so we can go ahead and just try and bring up all the other aspects of it. You've got your workers' comp, general compensation, licenses, the yearly fees. I'm pretty sure that you and Hank are familiar with if you are a business owner, whether it be small business or large.
100%. Yeah, man. Especially moving in terms of insurance is very expensive, right? Because of the connotation, on workman's comp for obvious reasons, right? Because you're picking stuff up and putting it down. And then liability costs a little bit more because we do bump into walls and stuff like that. And then we got bonding. Yep. So
slip, fall, bust your ass, and then you're out for a little while. Now that's the good thing about being retired, I'll say, because fantastic. Did you do your 20 also?
Yes, indeed. Yes, sir.
All right. So when we get out, we've got medical paid for, we got vision, dental, all these type of things that I can recall when I was first laid off from work, after having worked for 20 years. It was like, damn, I'm glad I've got this retirement. And again, retired at 40, but you can jump back out on the street and then actually pursue what you couldn't doing your day-to-day job. I started out being a mailman, then ended up when I finished as an IT guy. But even once I got out, I still worked in elements of certification and accreditation for networks, whether it be unclassified or classified, but that's not what I really wanted to do. I wanted to be one of the network guys actually out there doing the configurations, because that was my job for the most part, not to mention also having certifications. So when I got to that point that I knew I was ready to go forward, that's when I decided enough working with the W-2, working for somebody else. Every 2 weeks, they determine where you can go, what time you get off, how long you can go. I mean, you've been saying it the whole time, man, you don't get rich work for somebody else. I mean, you can make a lot of money depending upon the person that you're working for. Let me retract that statement. If you're working for a large conglomerate like a Booz Allen or a Microsoft, somebody like that, and you get into the upper echelons, yes, you could become rich, and some people become comfortable with that. But if you want to get out there and do your own thing, you take the cut and you work your way back up, but you have to take that experience with you.
Yeah, no, I agree. Yep, one of my guys that they were talking shit. They got money, right? right? You know, they had, I don't know, they got a tip, big ass tip or something. Pause. And I told them niggas, if I could pay you mark ass niggas $20 a piece, how much money you think I'm making? And they shut up. It was like 4 of them standing there. They're like, all right, man, fuck out of here, Hamp. I'm like, yeah, I'm going inside in the AC. Y'all go and get on that truck.
That's the point, man. When you've been that guy out there who's been running the cable, who's been under the desk, under the raised floors, doing the installations, switches, routers, or whatnot, you get to that age where you can say, you know what, I'm the old guy of the crew now. I don't have to get out here and do this, but here's what I expect you to do. No one comes to work. Let me track that. Not too many people come to work to do a bad job, but you always have to give everyone the opportunity to fail as well as succeed. So that's why I've done my good part in managing for the most.
Yeah, no, 100%. I had one of the ladies. I have a cause we do packing too, but they'll move. And she's like, Hampton, you know, I'm moving a little slow today. Why? What happened? Oh, you know, my what? No, what? I don't know nothing. You know, I'm like, what'd that mean to me?
Oh,
we got 100 boxes in town. You will pick up and move these 100 boxes. Nobody told you to get cramps today. Nope. Let's go. Are you serious? You telling that to me? It's a work day. Nobody told you to be a girl. Come on. You know. Shout out.
You gotta be able to lift at least 20 pounds. I think that's what the military used to say. A minimum of 20 pounds you got to lift. You can cover that, you're in.
Oh yeah, no. Ours is more like you gotta be lift up. I think I got 60 on it. Boxes be heavy as hell, man. If you get a dish pack box where it's all glass, man, no joke. Yeah, I'll be firing a lot of people, but I got some good guys and ladies now for sure. Man. Oh, the poll. You guys are doing good on the poll, by the way, too.
I saw that. You can sneak that in.
Oh.
Look at you, already acting up.
Yeah, man. Damn. All right, Miss that, chill out, man. You flexing and all that. Okay, we get it. You've been working out, bro. Like, you on mute, thank God.
I'm stretching, man. I'm just stretching, brother. Damn, I can't stretch.
Hank, let me ask you a question. Do people stretch like this?
I didn't even do that.
Nah, you know how them little basketball players are, man. They gotta feel like they got to show their little ball.
Hey, I'm the biggest nigga on this panel. I'm the biggest nigga on this panel. All right. Don't even try it. The basketball
respect, man.
As far as height, if you 6'5", you might be right.
6'5", 270.
Nah, Hank.
Nah, we close.
Yeah, because Hank, how tall are you?
Close my ass.
I'm 6'3".
I'm 6 foot, 275. But I, like most folks, can work out.
Yeah, well, at least I'm stronger than y'all. At least I can.
Hey, Hap, you need me to sub you out, man. You need to tap out and give me get in that ring for you.
Yeah, man, you want to get in there, man? This nigga, man.
Hey, he got to cut that beard first. He got motherfucking concrete in that beard.
Yeah, show your respect for the court, man. Down low is not for the squeamish. Pause.
Yeah, man. Anybody who come to Philly, we playing basketball. We doing everything.
Yeah, man, I'm finna moss you niggas and everything, bro.
Shit. If it's I don't got you getting off the line. I ain't gonna lie to you.
Yeah, okay.
Hey, I got a football game on Thursday. I'm a live streaming. I'm gonna wear my GoPro. I ain't played in like 2 years, man. Yep.
So what? Contact or flag?
No, flag. I ain't hit nobody for free.
That's right. That's right.
Bro. Nothing like your 20s, man. Fuck that, bro.
Yeah, but when you get out there, you get good it's just because football is made to make. People run slants and stuff. Yeah, but
and then niggas if you go up for a ball, they gonna tackle your ass. So jump ball, you getting tackled.
I was gonna say not everybody pulling flags all the time. Somebody might get knocked down a time or two.
Nah, Hank, we was in the championship game. This girl ran a slant. It was 4 for 1. I almost killed her, man. Fuck it. Hemp, are you serious? It's 4th and 1.
Have you had PTSD? Maybe you had a flashback.
Yeah, and but I went through her for the ball, so it wasn't a you know what I mean? 'Cause I have a right to the ball too.
That's your fault. Why would y'all make her? Why would y'all make her motherfucking risk her life like that? That's y'all fault.
Exactly. She come up, she don't got a shoe on. Hemp, are you serious? It's 4th and 1. Are you serious?
Catch you in the air like Ronnie Lott back in the old days. Get that helicopter.
I try
to have what you have to tell. This ain't no scrimmage. It's a championship game.
Is that
I'm
common? Women playing together?
Yeah, there's co-ed leagues.
Oh.
It adds a different dynamic. Like just the ladies, like for instance, the league we playing, you have to throw it to a woman every 3rd play. And then if she doesn't catch it, you got to keep throwing it to a woman.
Damn.
Or she can play quarterback and throw it to you, which counts. But the women touchdowns are 8 points. So it adds like a dynamic to it, you know.
Are the women faster or
faster than who? The men or just fast?
Yeah.
Hell no. They're slow as hell. But when you get good, the girls that be good be nice. Like we got like some basketball chicks and stuff.
Okay.
Then they'd be surprised. You know, they'd be surprising. Like one of the girls, she was All-American at Syracuse. She ran the 200 hurdles, so she could move. You know what I mean? And she was kind of tall. So once she learned how to catch, you had to actually guard her, like some of the ladies you just kind of just guard them. But
did y'all have a running screens? Because that's what I would do. I say just run a screen, man. Just
no. So that's the thing, Hank. They have to catch the ball beyond the line of scrimmage.
Oh shit!
Yeah, because otherwise you just pitch it to them. Yeah. So yeah, man. But that slant though, she was okay. You know, she talked to me after. I gave her a shoe back. You know?
Are you gonna keep it? It's a trophy.
That's a murder on the dance floor.
But the thing is, I almost see, but Hank, you will feel me on this. I almost picked it though, so I did go through but I went hard. You know what I mean? And I almost picked it, but it bounced off. You know what I'm saying? So that it wasn't a penalty because I went through to get the ball. You know, so shout out to Tiff, man. Hey, Tiff, if you all right? You all right? Aaron, what's good?
What's up, y'all? How we feeling?
Well,
how long before you got in, man?
What's that?
I was wondering how long before you showed up here. Throughout the entrepreneur conversation.
Yeah.
Okay.
I had to show up.
I was late.
I had to show up when I heard Fantastic say he was the biggest man on the panel. I said, we can't have a basketball player on the panel being the biggest man on the panel. Let's get a real monster on there.
Hey, I'll take some.
Tell him, Aaron.
Also, I played basketball too.
Basketball sucks. Aaron, how tall are you?
I am 6 feet 5 inches above sea level, standing at 335 pounds of pure unadulterated gray egg prime beef.
Okay.
Real. I got some big ass.
Oh, wow.
It's called a Smoky Joe.
You're so crazy.
Aaron, did you figure out where we're going on Friday? Mr. Fantastic get in at what is it, 7:30?
Yeah, it looks like meeting is going to be at Butcher and Singer. So far, it's what's looking like.
Tickets.
What's
Butcher
that?
and Singer Saturday, I thought. Well, we'll figure out.
Yeah,
Mr. Dad, you get in at 7:30, right?
What's that?
I think so. Let me check my joint.
Yeah, when Fantastic. I need your number to get your travel details.
Is this the first fight you all had?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep. Yeah, there's 2 fights. It's CJ and Zagu. Zagu was here earlier. And then myself and Mr. Fantastic.
Is Zagu flying in?
Yeah, I got to get him and CJ's contact because CJ coming from Vegas. I think Zagu is in Cali, I think.
Vegas. Wow, Cali. Whoa. Okay.
Mm-hmm. But Zagu been posting every day. His workouts. Damn. So, Miss Fantastic, would you feel small standing next to Aaron?
No. No, he's just wider. That's it. He's just wider and lighter. That's it. No, ain't nothing over here.
Well, that's what smaller. He didn't ask shorter. He said smaller.
Like I said, wider and lighter.
This is a mass equation, right? You have the
I
Earth and the moon.
I don't feel small. I don't feel small. Nobody smaller than Shaq. All right, me and Shaq size. Hey, we good. I'll figure it out.
He's standing next to a planet.
Man, what y'all gonna do, man? The poll is at 73%. Y'all are perfect for each other. They saw what I saw.
Hey, black love's a beautiful thing, Henry.
You all seeing?
John Harris, black love's a beautiful thing, big brother. Go ahead and do what you gotta do.
Yeah, man. You know. They call me Hemp Hitch, man.
All right, Will. That's you remind light skinned Will Smith. There you go, with cowboy.
Yeah, man. What you think, Alicia, man?
Respect,
What's up?
I think I was grown before she was born, though, man.
Hell no. Alicia is 44, 43, 41.
I'm 40.
Oh,
God, don't be making excuses, bro. Come on, man. Don't do that. Don't do that. Don't make it.
Hey, I'm just saying, man. Y'all know me. I stay right in my age range.
Yeah, it's only 10, 13 years.
Right. Those are the exceptions that you do make. Well, depending upon what's going on with the mentality, with the discussion, with the demeanor. But the same can be said for me as well. So I can't put that in one direction.
Shit, I heard a bunch of bullshit being shoveled.
Yeah.
God.
I'm giving respect, man. Give him respect.
No, man. Just hey, look, Henry. Go in there and see what happens. Go in there and see what happens. The worst she could tell you is no. You've been told no before, right, brother?
Of course, I know this. Yeah.
Okay, then shit. What is gonna hurt? One more no ain't gonna hurt you. One more no ain't gonna put you on the grave, brother.
Hank, just talk for him, Hank.
Man, I'm trying, brother. I'm trying.
Talk for him. Ninja, please.
I'm just saying, Hank got that gift, man. You know, women adore me, itis or whatever he got.
I don't.
What y'all selling?
Like Alicia, don't you think women like Hank better than the rest of us?
No, I'm not that familiar with the lady's perception of Hank in comparison to the rest of the gentlemen.
What you think?
Seems like a respectable man to me, but
I'm saying, don't you think women like Hank better than me?
Based on what, personality or looks?
Well, you said personality. So what you trying to say? You think Hank got a better personality than me? Is that what you're trying to say?
I don't know him that well to compare.
I noticed you named it first, and I said nothing about personality.
Well, personality is most important to me. That's why I said it first.
So you are alluding to that then? Is that what that is? You think I'm what happened?
I don't know what's going on.
No, I'm sensitive. You saying that Hank has a better personality than me? That's what your inflection of your voice is.
I'm not saying that.
What are you saying?
And he got her in the rope-a-dope.
I'm saying I'm not. I don't know enough to make an informed decision. I'll just say that.
Hey, Alicia, but I tell you, you got a better personality than me, and that's my man John Henry. You got a hell of a personality, and I appreciate that guy's personality.
Oh, okay. Okay.
I just have been called acting up. That's all.
Huh?
I said I just haven't been caught acting up. That's all.
I'll be wilding. You be wilding, John?
Not as I used to, man. I make jokes right now. I keyed, but for the most part, I keep it straight right about now because the streets nowadays, when you start getting to that point, I think we had the conversation about aging out and who it is that either I'm looking for or who I'm attempting to mentor. you got to have someone within that same space that's ready to hear what you're talking. So all of that is still relevant to a degree. So I keep the wild out down.
Have you ever done a keg stand?
A what?
A keg
This
stand.
is the alcohol. The youngsters do that.
Not familiar with kegs. I know the keg where you drink, just a handstand or from a tube or something like that.
Yeah, I saw it on a movie.
Have you ever done a beer pong?
I wasn't any good at it. I played a couple of hands, but no, I did it, but I wasn't any good at it.
I thought you said you had white friends. You haven't done nothing white. You been camping?
Just because I have them doesn't mean I do everything with them. I don't want to go missing out in the woods.
Damn, man. Let me find out you pro-black.
Oh, goodness.
Yeah.
See, Aaron, when you start asking questions, he don't hang out with none of the white folk.
Hey, John got that dashiki waiting in the closet right now, boy.
Oh, right. I love the dashiki.
Yo. Like I said, I was that cat who knew everybody on the set, but nobody knew what I did. And that's the way that I operated for the best part of 20 years. See, most people make the mistake of thinking you got to be that loud and proud, out the middle, that type of alpha dude to get all the attention. No, that's the guy whose eyes are always on them. You want to be the guy who knows who's in the crowd, who hangs out with the crowd, you participate, but you can never be associated with them, but you still get your stuff done. That's how I maintain my anonymity.
Who played the back? Aaron, you used to play the back and chill, or you used to be out front?
I spent most of my time in the owner's box.
Shit like that. Shit like that. Shit like that. Shit like that.
That's fantastic. What, you was out front?
Where?
Just like, come on, Mr. God damn it. He's busy reading the damn chat.
Come on now. Back on the scene.
Who? Listen, man. I was listening, bro. I was in the cut, bro. I'm solo. I ain't really have I didn't go out with a whole bunch of people, bro. I'm the motherfucking solo king, man. I'm a loner king, bro. So like I said, whatever I'm doing, you know what I'm saying? Ain't no witnesses, baby. I ain't gonna tell on myself. You feel me?
If I'm doing dirt, no one can prove it. They can't attach me to it. It's you and this chick that you have never seen before, who's not a part of the set either. That's how I used to conduct myself.
Man, I don't know. Hank used to be out front, yeah.
Look at him, cheese and shit. Look at him.
Amp, I ain't gonna fool with you, man.
Hey, man.
Got folks snitching. This is what happens when you get your power back. Got folks up here snitching.
Yeah.
Yeah. That three gentlemen. Do they do a mail order shipping of the cigars?
I can ask them.
Yeah.
I can inquire, but you can get those close to you for sure. They ain't have nothing special in there. Yeah, I'll give you a website. Matter of fact, you can order it. I remember the one you had, so I can get you a website. I had sent Angry Man some cigars, and the website worked pretty good. So, and what's up? Yeah, man, I'm gonna do a Cool Kids episode, man. I'm tired of the cool kids on YouTube. Y'all be talking down to us like our experience don't matter.
Who are the cool kids?
Who are the cool kids?
Me, for one. So, Alicia, I'm talking about.
You're talking down to yourself?
No, I'm saying like this, right? I'd be like what I say, Mr. Fantastic. I told them 40 bodies is not a lot. Yes, it is, Hamp. Shut up, Hamp. You don't know Hamp. You DJ. Shut up, nigga. You don't know what it's like. You play football. I'm like, well, God damn it. My experience matters too. Shit.
Well, not only does it matter, it's definitive and sought after. Shit, sounds like.
That's what I'm saying. Aaron, nobody told them not to go tackle people well. You know?
Achieve, son. Shit. You know what I mean? Yeah.
He wanted Mr. Fantastic want to yell swoosh, and they mad at me.
Right. That's why I couldn't let him get away with saying, "Yeah, I'm the biggest dog in town." Brother.
Notice, like I said, I'll let the conversation go by. No need for me to be active. There's plenty of everybody else who can get seen.
Oh man, So the cool kids gonna unite, man. And I'm gonna do the one for Granville and the other black nerds. What's it called? Blurs,
yeah.
Blurred.
BL, just put a BL in front of herbs.
I'm a victim.
Oh.
Prime said 40 bodies, a couple hot summers. That's a fact. So I'm gonna talk about the blurs too, man. Hey, I ain't gonna lie though, I do watch. So y'all know Mortal Kombat, the video game?
Yeah.
The top 3 players are all black. So I watched them like playing online. It's actually interesting, but I mostly watch it because I was surprised that they were all black American. But they're fucking great at that game. Like,
does it still have the little gray guy that comes in from the corner?
No.
What?
Yeah, no. I think that was either 2 or 3 only.
What do you do?
You are perfect for John Henry. That's a question.
That guy.
Yeah, what was it? Do it again, Mr. Fantastic. What was it saying?
Hey, only basketball guys can do that shit, man. Only basketball guys.
I can't even get to that ox. I can't even get to that ox.
That's not a little questionable thing.
I'm not doing this. Yeah, see? There we go. Let's try to know.
Yeah, man. Mr. Fantastic, let me ask you a question. Why do y'all yell swoosh?
Bro, we how many times did I go over this, brother? None of us were alive long enough for that era of basketball to be like played. That stopped in like the 70s. Even like
no, it did not. It did not stop in the 70s.
When did it stop?
Still going strong.
I'm gonna tell you this.
Probably when you came on the 70s side, you know what? That's not cool anymore.
Yeah, exactly. We vetoed that shit. 90s, that shit was
let me tell you something. If you reach, I teach. I'm letting you know that now.
What?
When we play ball, if you reach, I teach. I'm just telling you that ahead of time.
See that brother, football, man, catching elbow.
Brother, I'm definitely the professor here, brother. I ain't worried about none of that.
Slide your feet, reach in, catching in the chin.
Got to do all that, man. I'm like block shots, man. I'm be the motherfucking what's the new little French dude? Win beyond out this motherfucker, man. I like 37 blocks. Fuck around with him.
You gonna play in junior league ball?
37 blocks is crazy.
Like 37 blocks.
Nah, man. Reach out teach me if I'm dribbling and he try to poke. That's what that means, Tiff. Not elbow. Yeah, man. They used to call me. They used to call me Hamp Sauce, right?
What kind of sauce?
Weak sauce?
Nah, like it was like hot sauce, but they said Hamp Sauce.
Nah, and that shit was horrible. It was terrible. That's why I never heard of it.
Nah, seriously.
Barbecue, right?
They call me Hamp Sauce, man. And they wanted me. Well, I was too young, so that don't work. All right, man. Huh?
Yeah, hold that loud. They wanted me on N1, so you're right. N1 was kicking around 2000, 2001.
Yeah,
you're still trying to get your history test in time.
No, man. I was always early in school. Especially during football season, they didn't even bother me. But, yo, man, I think this was a dope one. Mrs. Tat, what time did it start?
6.
6? Okay. How long it last?
Supposed to be 2 hours, but it usually be like, it come up somewhere around 3. No more than 3. So it's slated for 3. You know, Fatty got like a motherfucking whole movie intro. That nigga got a what you call that shit before the movies come on?
Preview?
Yeah, the previews. Fatty got a whole preview set up, so that shit will be like 15 minutes. So, you know, get everything set in. So it'll probably start 30 minutes later.
Fatty's like Metro Golden Meyer and Fox on steroids.
All that shit. Yeah, MGM, fucking, you know what I'm saying? All that shit.
Lion roar.
Yeah.
So the poll, let me check it before we get up out of here. Yeah, man, it's at 70%, 100 votes. Let me know what y'all want to do, man. You know?
Copy.
I think John need to go and put his information in the back chat for him.
She acting so shy, man.
I'm not used to this.
Oh, there's more to come. Wait for it.
This nigga's scared.
Was that a fucking squirrel?
Why did he
Wow,
say that?
Viper in the house. Gotta go.
Oh, you got rodents?
Yeah, squirrel. I had to fight a
Left
possum.
the back door open.
I had to fight a possum yesterday.
In the house?
Yeah.
You know what I thought of? The little puppy from Martin. It was somewhere. And it was
Yeah, I was gonna shoot it, but possums ain't all that aggressive, so I grabbed it by his tail and threw it out the door.
Why is he in the house to begin with?
I don't know, man. I don't know how he got in. I was I think I left the garage open, so I was asleep, and the rabbit was out. So the rabbit, I thought the rabbit was like scratching because she be just hopping around, and so I kept hearing it, and I'm asleep. I fell asleep on the couch. I turn over, the possum is like mid window, like the part you can pull up is sitting right there, and I'm like, what the fuck? So I grabbed one. I was looking out because it's trying to get out that window. And if possum they look terrible. So
looking over his shoulder.
I grabbed the burner and I was going, but I'm like, if I try to shoot this possum, it's gonna break the window. I'm gonna have to clean up more shit than it's worth. You know what I'm saying?
Out in the middle of the street.
No, I just had I had a 9 and it had training bullets. So I was like, okay, this one will be, So then I get up. I said, all right. So I didn't. So then I got, what I get? I don't know why I got a broom. That shit didn't work. So it ran and it came in here. So this room is secluded to itself. So then I'm chasing it around the room. It's scared as hell. And so
what type of Looney Tunes type of shit are you into?
I'm not scared of animals. So I'm literally like trying to I have a shovel. And it was in between the couch, and I was just gonna do it, like, you know what I'm saying? But I'm like, I don't want to kill it.
Say, boy, don't run. I got you now. Don't run.
And this little couch is a futon, so it was like in the fold. So I unfolded it and like shoot it out. It went in the corner. I grabbed the tail and I just got it like this. And it's like they try, how they get frantic, but it couldn't reach. Like it just couldn't reach. And then I just threw that bitch. It hit the neighbor house and then ran off.
So you made it somebody else's problem.
Yeah, he probably be back.
That possum got a damn concussion, man.
That's what him and have in common then. CT
perfect, man. Yeah, man. Salute the football, man. Hey, Rod, yeah, man. They said I was snitching yesterday, man.
Tattling ass.
Damn, man. I'm gonna do a whole show. I'm telling everything. Fuck it. I'm telling it all.
That was awesome. I couldn't get over that image with Serena and her lovely husband.
Oh my God, he looked sick, man. All right, I might Hank, what did you say? You go live at 7?
Yes, sir. 7 p.m. Eastern, 6 p.m. Central.
Are you on King Talk tonight?
No, that was last night.
Oh, that's Tuesday.
Yeah.
Okay.
King Talk was yesterday. I'm doing my own show. A Passport's Worst Nightmare. Passport Bro's Worst Nightmare, man. So one of my former co-workers, a Passport Bro, man. He went over and found him a Filipino wife, but having problems getting her back here.
Is that right? Okay. Yeah, I think I usually go live on Wednesdays, but I haven't curated anything. But I had a couple different ideas. But I'm gonna look at a debate because I didn't get to see him in real time. I saw a little bit of them, but wait, like after, like just clicking around. So that should be interesting. Cheeky and fantastic. So we'll see, man. All right, man. Let me see if I got any super chat. I'm gonna get up out of here. Lauren with the $2 says, Mr. Fantastic Swishy.
Where did Fantastic go, man? He just eased out.
He always do that. Robert with the $2 says, I'm Hank's #1 hater. My beard don't connect. Caesar was popping with a $5 says, Sir John, don't sleep on this beautiful lady or else Caesar's Palace will jump in, big bro. Salute to you. Lauren Mack with a $5 says, this is one of those streams you download and rewatch later when you're ready to make some moves. Yeah, man, I hope so. I think it was great. DT was popping. Appreciate you. Robert Platinum with a $5 says, would you consider dedicating a TMBR day to business talk every week? Business building is community building. Yeah, I think I would, right? You know, there's a lot of things to assess, right? What is the engagement? Is there monetary gain? Is that all worth sacrificing? You know? And today I think I got a good feeling. Huh?
Being able to afford the cost of starting up as well.
Well, I would, Ham, if you have a few minutes after.
Okay.
I like that.
Yeah. Just in terms of responding to this, Robert, like you know, things that make sense, right? Because like it takes time to put shows together, 100%. Easy Hank. But I think it'll be worth it, right? I think the juice is still worth the squeeze, even though the engagement is a little bit less, and then obviously the monetary gain isn't the same as, you know, some of the more provocative shows, right? But I think it ends up balancing itself out. And you know what actually will happen? When people see it, they engage, they start to appreciate it, and then people usually contribute anyway, you know? I think it'll work itself out, Rob, for sure. I'll consider it. Love, see what the $5 says. One way to help pitch your services is to create a marketing package. It's help guide the pitch, emphasize strength, and prompts questions. You can email contact. I agree. Some people may call it a pitch deck too. And you know what actually has good generic pitch deck templates? Canva. Canva has some really good pitch deck templates. Mm-hmm.
Some of my docs.
Man, you know, I didn't realize people don't know all this stuff. So I'm actually glad I did it. You know what I mean? Like my MailChimp and Eventbrite, like that's cool, man. So like this right here is actually a pitch deck off of Canva.
This might be risky sponsorship packages.
I knew nothing about Canva until I was trying to get something printed. I couldn't get it done at Kinko's, and FedEx said, "Oh,
many hot take clips."
Nice.
Yeah, man. Cool, man. Let me see. Yeah. All right, cool. I think I'll see y'all later on this evening. I'm gonna either do Cool Kids, Blurds. I'm not sure because I want to do a show with Granny so I can kick his ass again. One of the two. I'll figure it out. You know, yeah, Canva is dope. John, any final thoughts?
Same thing I like to put out here. Value has no worth unless it's agreed upon. So make sure that there is something complimentary on the person you're looking at. Therefore, you get to mutuality.
Word. Tiff, are you a blur? Tiff, shoot me an email. Alicia, I know you a blurred, right?
Yes, big time.
You free tonight? We're gonna do the blurds.
Yes, let's do it.
John is in the blurred.
Yes.
Blurred. What is
Black nerd?
I just learned the term black nerd. Yes.
Yeah, I'm gonna get all the black nerds together.
Oh, I'm so excited.
We talk about Pokemon and magic.
Charizard.
No, that rabbit hole I didn't go down. I stayed on the tech side. Some things you don't risk any of your outside knowledge of. Don't get involved in
It's a lot. It's a lot.
Word.
No, Magic the Gathering. I only heard about that 2 years ago from somebody.
Alicia, any final thoughts?
No, thank you for giving me the opportunity. Thank you. You definitely have dropped some gems. And I'll try to pull a little more from you in a few minutes.
I got you.
And thank you, everyone. I love you, everyone.
Indeed.
How about you stop being a victim? Ooh, who's a victim?
Because he's talking about, when I was talking about they was picking on me. Hey, Granny, just have your ass available tonight when I get on the Black Nerds.
Oh, is he a blur? Was it blurred
Yeah,
too?
him,
Cool.
Red Pill Ranger. Red Pill Ranger put on wings one day while we was streaming.
I just did that. I just did that for my game.
Oh my god!
My wings are right over there. Are you?
He's talking about he's hawked to somebody from Granny. What was that show?
Hawkeye?
No,
Falcon.
No, it was not Granny, not Attack on Titan. No, Granny will know what the show is. He put on somebody named Hoops from My Hero Academia. Yeah, look, everybody.
That's a popular one.
Yeah.
I am not familiar with that.
I'm not, but it is really popular.
Word.
No reason I should be.
All right, man. So I'll see y'all later on tonight, man. The nerds is gonna unite, man. I guess
Yay!
I'm gonna bring me some backup.
So exciting.
Yeah, cause y'all ain't gonna jump me tonight. Y'all be safe, do the right thing, man. We'll see you in a couple hours. Salute to Miss Fantastic and Cheeky. They got their debate at 6. So I think I usually go live at 8, and then Hank will be live at 7. So we got a good evening, man, of dope stuff for sure, man. I love y'all. Appreciate y'all. Do the right thing, man. Like, share, subscribe. Tell a friend to tell a friend. And we out.